Yo, what is up? The Conqueror Cam. How are you doing? What is going on, guys? We are watching the Fight Night Holly Holm Mario Bueno Silva, but as you see in the thumbnail, Jack Della Maddalena, that's the marquee man of the night. Um, Guys, I don't even know if I'm gonna stay up till the main event. I'm not going to try to bullshit and act like I'm super excited for it. I'm excited for the fights that we're about to watch. All right. I'm excited for this fight between Lutz and Bagdasarov. I butchered that name, but I'm excited for these next few fights. Of course, we still have Jack Della Maddalena. We have Otman Azaitar, Duraev, Park, Dumont, Sadikov, McKinney. So we got a lot of good scraps coming up. A lot of good scraps coming up. Nasty injury. Um, what's the main event? The main event is Holly Holm versus Mario Bueno Silva. I could care less about the main event, but it is what it is. Looking natty. I am looking natural, man, because I am natty. I'm not looking natty. I am natural. Um, Ready for the best event of the year. I know, right? This should have been the card for UFC 300. I'm a little bit disappointed that they gave the fans something this big before another pay-per-view, just because you want a little bit of a dry card to get you more hype for the pay-per-view. I felt like the UFC kind of dropped the ball. You're not supposed to do an exciting event 291, right? It's got to be an okay event, and then 291's got to be bigger, but this is even bigger than 291. This card sucks hard, man. Bro, guys, I just popped it on. I just popped it on, guys. I've been out driving for the past 3 hours. It was nice. It was sunny out, and my goal was to go to a farm. I wanted to go to a farm. I wanted to get back by 7 to stream, but there was a lot of traffic on the way back because the rain was so nuts. You just could not drive fast on the highway. Thank God the card that's on tonight, it wasn't that special. But how have the fights been so far, guys? Because I've missed most of the prelims. I missed most of the prelims. Be honest, Lucas, are you on the sauce? I'm not on the sauce. I'm natural, my man. You think Jones takes Stipe out in the early in the fight? I think so. I think so. Like, I understand a lot of us have it in the back of our mind that Stipe is a tougher test than Gone, and he's gonna get in Jones's face, pressure him. But I think that Jones, at this point in his career, all that training that he's done, while he's taken a lot of time off, he's looking to get these guys out of there as fast as possible. I don't think Jones is looking for scraps. He's looking for checks on his resume. That's what he wants. He wants to tick off a box on his resume. And I know that sounds like, oh, well, every fighter wants to do that. Every fighter wants to finish a fight fast. Jones ain't fucking around, dude. He wants to get these people out of here, all right, as fast as possible. He's going to do it to Stipe. And Stipe Miocic, he's been out the cage. As far as I'm concerned, the Ngannou fight, come on, what are we going to bring that up and act like that was a good experience for Stipe? The last good experience for Stipe was in 2020, 3 years ago. So he's fucked. Old man Stipe. Good jab from Bagdasaryan. This dude's got a big back, but so does Tucker Lutz. These guys look pretty big for featherweight. Well, at least Tucker Lutz does. But this Bagdasaryan guy looks like he's got a little bit of a. He looks like he's got a little bit of a fucking Josh Emmett build, right? Isn't this the tan Josh Emmett? Tan Josh Emmett with hair. Look at him. Ooh, good shots landed by Tucker Lutz. But Bagdasaryan's putting that jab in his face. No, Tucker Lutz. I'm sorry, guys. Tucker Lutz looks like he's got that Josh Emmett build. My bad. Bagdasaryan is got that Arman Sarukian build. I was hoping they would announce the light heavyweight title fight tonight. They might before the main event. We'll see. But I think they're going to wait until next week. Because I don't think that Dustin Poirier and Gaethje is a big enough fight to, think, oh, well, we don't really need the title fight. I think they're going to want all the help that they can get. Of course, it's not going to make me any more excited for it. I actually wouldn't want to see them put a belt on the line. I hope that they don't. But they might, knowing the UFC. The issue is, though, they'll know Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier are going to fucking bitch out if they get made the co-main event rather than the main. Because, of course, they got the BMF belt, the, what's it called? What do I like to call that shit? The fucking midlife crisis belt. The midlife crisis belt is on the line, and they want to really prop those guys up. Dustin Poirier and Gaethje as well. So we'll see what they do. Stipe hasn't fought in 2 years? Yeah, I know, right? I mean, you say 2 years, but, like, people are gonna be like, "Well, Stipe's been out of the cage since Ngannou." Yeah, true, but, like, are we really gonna act like that's not gonna give him like, is that going to help him with ring rust? Is it any better than Stipe taking 3 years off? I mean, was that experience that he had against Ngannou good for him? The guy got folded into a chair. That was one of the nastiest KOs I've ever seen. Stipe may as well shouldn't have fought that night, even if he had a training camp, even if that was keeping his body, in good shape 2 years ago. I'd rather Stipe have taken the last 3 years off. The fact that he got brutally KO'd is worse than anything else. So, not only has Stipe been out of the cage for real, for like 3 years, but he had one KO in the middle of that 3 years as well. So, Stipe, as I've said, guys, he's basically that old uncle at your grandma's house that's just chilling in the living room. Can't really move around. He's just propped up in front of the TV watching soccer. And you say hi to him, but he can barely speak. That's basically who Stipe is at this point in his career. He's that old man in the living room propped up in front of the TV watching soccer. And he's also the foreign uncle that, he's the guy that, already has broken English to begin with. That's Stipe, old man Stipe, going in to fight John Jones. As far as I'm concerned, not a very impressive fight for John Jones, but it's good on his resume. And Baghdasaryan is getting taken down by Tucker Lutz. How's the card been, guys? Have there been a lot of finishes? Or is this actually one shitty card that actually plays out to be shit? Thank you, Brandon Ramirez, for the 1 month of membership. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for all the support, man, staying in the Lucas Tracy MMA Club. Here's my theory. What if the UFC paid Hill to relinquish the belt so Pereira can win it next? Fight Jan, setting up Pereira versus Izzy 3. Dude, if that was real, okay, assuming that he wins against DDP, if that's actually what they did, then Adesanya really is evil, okay? Like, he really does have the UFC in the palm of his hands, and he is horrible for playing the victim in any sense. If he's got the UFC pulling strings like that, Jesus Christ, that is a scary, scary thing to think about. I don't know if the UFC is on their knees that much for Izzy, though. Because if that was the case, if they paid Jamal Hill $1 million to relinquish the belt, first of all, if Jamal Hill were to take that kind of money, Jesus, I don't think he's got no real balls. He's got no real gumption. He's just going to step aside like that and bitch out for 1 million. I think he'd do it for more. I wouldn't complain if he did it for 10, but I don't think that's what's going on, man. But thank you so much. I don't think the UFC's on their knees like that for Izzy. Remember, apparently Izzy can manifest events. Yeah, he apparently could manifest events, but I don't know. I don't think Whitaker's the type of guy to let that shit slide either. And Jamal Hill strikes me as someone that, I don't know, man. I feel like this injury is legit, but we'll see. We'll see if there are any videos of Jamal Hill running around at pickup basketball games for the next month. Because if we see some footage of him at a pickup basketball game, then we know the injury is bullshit. But I think the injury is legit. But keep your eye out for Jamal Hill at your local basketball court, guys. Do you think Pereira at 205 will have a better chin? It's tough to say, man. Like, of course, his chin will definitely be better, 100%, than it would have been if he hadn't have gotten KO'd. Like, that's the thing. Sure, let's take away the KO that Adesanya did to him, okay? Let's take away that knockout. Then let's have Alex Pereira move up and fight Adesanya that night at 205 instead. Would he have gotten KO'd as badly? I don't know, maybe. That shot was so perfect. But maybe he would have been able to take it, right? Now it's like, okay, sure, he's not going to cut all that weight, but you just gave the man one of the worst knockouts you could have ever thought of. All right. And he's 36 years old. And not only is he 36, but he's gone through so many wars in kickboxing, and he doesn't really have a defensively sound style to begin with. Okay. Alex Pereira is a guy that's like pretty much all offense, and he's taken a fuckload of damage throughout his career. I don't know if his chin is necessarily going to be that much better, guys. It could be the same. It could be that, yeah, not cutting weight helps, but the fact that he just got KO'd hurts. And so there's really no change. Talk about pygmy culture for a bit. Let's go. Stay out of my business, dude. We have enough trouble, okay? We've got enough issues in our pygmy society. We don't really need to divulge too much. We just want peace. That's what I'll tell you guys. We want peace. From one pygmy to the rest, okay? I'm just a mouthpiece. I'm just a guy. Don't shoot the messenger, brother. Don't shoot the messenger. We just want peace. If you want to find out, then hit me up, bro. I'll let you in. I'll let you in. Talking about his people. Tucker Lutz is hurt, guys. Tucker Lutz is hurt. How's this fight card been, everybody? How's this fight card been so far? Ooh, good knee to the ribs from Bagdasaryan. How old is Bagdasaryan? He looks like he's in his 20s. Tucker Lutz is obviously not in his 20s. Guy's got the Josh Emmett build. Can't be built like that and be in your 20s. I feel like Josh Emmett and Tucker Lutz just popped out the Apex machine when they were 30. You know? 23. 23 is pretty good. He's got that Arman Saryukian aura, huh? Maybe he ain't as good as him. He certainly isn't, but he's got the same build, similar, like, rookie look in his face. Lucas, I hit gold in League of Legends. Dude, I don't know anything about League of Legends. I've never even played League of Legends. My friends used to fucking beg me to get on that game back in the day when they were all obsessed with it, like way back in the day, but I've never tried it. So I don't really know what that is, homie. Card's been pretty decent. Okay, fair enough. Someone says there was a crazy injury. Ooh, head kick. Right after he got kicked in the nuts. Got kicked in the nuts. Ref calls it off, and then he catches a head kick right as the ref is calling it off. That's crazy. He isn't 23, he's 31. Oh, 31. Card is good. Lots of entertaining back and forth fights. Had a robbery and a nasty arm break so far. Nasty arm break due to what? A submission? What, an arm bar? Was it a WMMA fight? Was that the fight before this one? Which fight was that? Lucas ducking my question. Lucas sees my question but won't answer it. Lucas, dude, all you're saying is that you won't answer your question, but why don't you just ask a question? Tucker Lutz got that Josh Emmett build, boy. Ooh, good combination from Bagdasaryan. But he's got little pillow hands. He's got that Arman Saryukian power too, man. He's got that Arman Saryukian power too. This card sucks. I mean, yeah, you're telling me. I just popped on it and it ain't nothing crazy, but this is a decent fight. This is a decent scrap, guys. Thank you for the $2, Travis. I appreciate that. DDP is a sloppy Costa. Does he have a chance versus Izzy? Dude, he's not a sloppy Costa. Here's the difference between DDP and Costa, okay? DDP has a method to the madness. Costa's not even that sloppy, okay? I wouldn't even call Costa that sloppy. I'd say he has a bad gas tank, okay? He's got T-Rex arms, and he's not very intelligent. But as far as sloppy, Costa doesn't really look too sloppy. He looks stiff. DDP looks sloppy, but isn't, because he's got a method to the madness. And as I like to call it, he's got that funky, junky style. All right. DDP's got that funk man style from a funky gym, right? They're unorthodox there. They do things differently and it works. And he's just, such a Chad that he just does his own thing. Everyone's too focused on, oh, I need to be crisp. I need to be just, he doesn't need to be crisp. DDP does what he does and it works. And here, let me cut the bullshit. Travis, Costa, when's the last time Paulo Costa's knocked anyone out? TKO? Not even talking TKO. When's the last time Costa straight up dropped someone with a flush shot? I'm not talking about hit them a couple of times, they fell from exhaustion, right? The way he TKO'd Uriah Hall, the way he TKO'd Johnny Hendricks, it's like they just fell from exhaustion. They collapsed. Guys, Paulo Costa has no KOs. All right. He has no TKOs in which it's like a normal TKO. You drop someone with a vicious shot and then they fall. No. He lights people up with a good 20-piece combo and they fall. Right. Because he is someone that if you're an old man or you're not that great, he's going to overwhelm you with volume. But make no mistake, Paulo Costa is a volume guy. He's the middleweight Max Holloway when it comes down to his finishing ability, not Max Holloway with skill, not Max Holloway with technique, but with the kind of finishes he's racking up, right? We don't really see Max Holloway sending anyone flying across the octagon. Paulo Costa's never done it. Dricus du Plessis, 10 times the power of Paulo Costa. 10 times the power of Paulo Costa. And yes, Uriah Hall 6 years ago. So that's the difference. Thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate that, Travis. Lucas, stop ducking my question. Lucas, stop ducking my question. Dude, you didn't send a single question. I looked all the way up. Whoa, a better athlete, DDP or Izzy? That's actually, I mean, the obvious answer, or in theory, bro, would be DDP because he's, a guy that you can look at and you could say, all right, well, this guy would be better at football. He'd be better at rugby. He's stronger. He's more explosive. He hits harder. He's a better grappler. But you also have to look at Izzy and look at like his physical abilities. The guy has a really long reach. He's very tall. He's got like perfect genetics for striking. Maybe not perfect. I wouldn't say perfect, but he's got incredible genetics for striking. And at the end of the day, when people ask who's a better athlete, MMA is so much different than other sports. Like catching a football, all right, and just running really, really fast or cutting off an angle like this, that takes a certain kind of athleticism. Of course, hitting a baseball, that's hand-eye coordination, takes a certain kind of athleticism. Being the best striker in the world, okay, or being like the best grappler, jujitsu guy, that's a different kind of athleticism, right? It's not so cut and dry. So my point is, I'm going to circle back to it. Dricus seems like the better athlete, but we don't know really. I'd say Dricus, bro. Dricus has got to be a little bit more athletic, but he also looks a little sloppy at times. Izzy doesn't look sloppy on the feet. Izzy's a good athlete too. Both of them are good athletes, bro. Anyone who's in a top 5 of the UFC is a good athlete, right? You look at Dustin Poirier. Most people are going to say he's a shit athlete, but a good boxer. You cannot be that talented in boxing and be a shit athlete. It's just that's not how it works. People have this idea that athleticism is jumping high and running fast. It's not just that, right? It's athleticism is, I don't know, man. It's not all about. We've got to look up a definition right here. Let's just look up the definition, athleticism, and let's see if that can help us. It might not. It might even make it more confusing. But the physical qualities that are characteristics of athletes, such as strength, fitness, and agility. Strength, fitness, agility. Okay, well, agility in boxing is different than agility in tennis, right? Or football or soccer. Um, Strength in grappling is different than strength in judo, right? Or strength in jujitsu is different than strength in judo, right? A lot of these things are different. So it's not so cut and dry. I am ranting because it's a little bit confusing. Jamal Hill came into the Apex on a scooter. Really? Is he actually? Did he really? Then I guess the injury is legit, Brandon, if you're still in the chat. Lucas, this JDM fight feels like an MLB player doing a rehab. It does, doesn't it? That's a great analogy. It really does. Feels like JDM is on the injured list and he's just getting his swing back and they're about to call him up if he can have a good performance. you know? That's exactly how it feels. Being sent back to the minors. Coming off of an injury or something like that. Perfect analogy. Good body shots from Bagdasarian. Man, Bagdasarian has that Arman Sarikian aura where everything he throws looks sick. It looks fast, twitch, but he's like that Arman Sarikian in the sense that nothing hurts his opponents. I don't understand how fighters can look so fast, have a good amount of muscle, but just still cannot have power at the end of these shots. Doesn't make any sense to me. Is anyone's ESPN? No, my ESPN stream ain't lagging. Let's pray for Pereira. Pray for Pereira. I honestly am not dying to see one man win. I like both of them. I like Jan. I like Pereira. They're two of my favorite fighters. If I had to tell you who I'd rather win, it'd be Alex Pereira because we're going to get better matchups. Like, who do I want to win? I want the guy that I think is going to win. All right. That's how I usually root for a fighter, right? Unless I can't stand someone. Like I'll root for Izzy's opponents, even if I'm picking Izzy. Right. But I find myself kind of hoping the Jan wins just because I'm picking him. But I would not have an issue with Pereira winning because he's one of my favorite fighters too. And if he wins, it's just better for the sport. It's better for us. He's a bigger name. Jan Blachowicz is a high-level striker, but Alex Pereira against any striker is going to be way more entertaining. He's going there to take someone's head off, whereas Jan, he likes to slow things down a little bit. He's not fireworks all the time. Pereira is going to give us fireworks in any striking battle. Alex would start DDP unless DDP gets his. Oh, yeah. I mean, I would say so. But hey, knowing what we know now, like look at Robert Whitaker's ability to strike with everyone in the middleweight division. Whitaker has schooled people better than Izzy has on the feet. Let's not act like he didn't. I rewatched, guys. I rewatched Adesanya versus Marvin Vettori, the second fight that they had today. I rewatched a couple of rounds from it. I rewatched the fourth round. Then I went back in the video. I rewatched the third. I rewatched a bit of the second. Dude, he looked horrible against Marvin Vettori. He looked terrible. That was a bad performance. Marvin Vettori was doing his thing. He didn't school him at all, right? But people will bring up that fight and they'll say, Adesanya obviously schooled him. Well, no, he didn't school him. He barely beat him. Adesanya was throwing more, but guess what? A lot of it was missing, and Marvin Vettori was landing good jabs, landing good. Marvin got schooled by Whitaker. If DDP can KO Whitaker like that, he could land a big shot on Alex Pereira too, right? He could land a big shot on Izzy as well. Just wanted to bring that up, guys. Whenever you think about Adesanya's title defenses, this is the issue, bro. Half of his title wins are fishy. Half of them are not dominant at all. I'm not a fan of that Vettori performance. He won every round, but very close. Exactly, man. Of course, he won the rounds, but they were literally all close, except for maybe a couple of them. Max Adesanya had 2 rounds that were very clear. The others were like, okay, Izzy barely scrapes it out, but that's it. Are any of Izzy's title defenses dominant other than Costa? Yeah. Oh, title defenses. No, none of them. Costa was a title defense. I was about to bring up Whitaker, but Whitaker wasn't really a title defense the first time, right? Because that was a unification bout, and that was Izzy after the interim title fight. Now, I'll admit it, guys. The only interim title fight to where I feel like the guy is actually a champion is Izzy, just because he did unify it. Usually, guys that win the interim belt lose to the undisputed champion. Izzy's one of the only cases in recent history where the interim champion was able to, again, destroy Gastelum and then destroy the undisputed champ. So, for example, Moreno won the interim belt off of Kai Kara France, but then he had, I mean, it was a good win. Yeah, there was a doctor stoppage against Figueiredo in the fourth fight, but I wouldn't have counted beating Kai Kara France as like, a real title win. But for some reason, I always think of Izzy beating Gastelum as a legit one. But yeah, you're right. He's only had one dominant title defense. Cannonier was not dominant. Whitaker 2 was not dominant. Marvin Vettori, not dominant. Pipsqueaks don't know the earth. Okay. No need to spam, King Terzi. But I think Izzy does best when he isn't the champ. Yeah, contender Izzy. Very fun fights. Very fun fights. Izzy is a contender. I only said it twice. I know I was worried that you were about to type it in 40 more times, but thank you. Twice isn't spam. It's not, but it's on the verge. So as long as you stop. Let's not have a flat earth debate here. Lucas, does raw milk taste worse? No, raw milk tastes better. It has more of a cow taste. It's like if you guys have ever gotten meat from a farm and you know it's 100% grass-fed, because a lot of grass-fed meat that you find at the grocery store, I'm doing the air quotes, is not truly 100% grass-fed. A lot of it is cows that started off as grass-fed. They send them to a slaughterhouse. They fatten them up with soy. They fatten them up with corn. If you get 100% grass-fed meat from a farm, you put that shit on the pan, it's going to smell like you're in a barnyard. It's going to smell like you're in the pit with the cows, all right? It's got a very distinct smell, and I like that smell. But raw milk is sort of similar. Once you drink it, it feels like, again, we use our sense of smell, right? Without our smell, we can't taste as profoundly. So because it smells stronger, it tastes stronger too. I love the taste of raw milk. I got some coming to my house in a couple days as well. Lucas, do you respond to Instagram DMs? I have a lot, so not always, not really. I post on there every now and then, but not really. Because again, I'm very busy these days. I only eat soy tofu and listen to Sean O'Malley podcasts. Well, hey, at least you're not going to be competing with me. Hey, at least you're conceding to be at the bottom of the barrel, man. That's what it is at the end of the day, man. People that tell you, all right, just eat soy, just watch the hub, bro. They just don't want you to compete with them. They don't want you to be in their way, dude. So, hey, you ain't competing with me, so I don't have to worry about that. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. Your MMA fraud video is top class. Thank you. I appreciate that. I loved making that video. So many people bitching and complaining about the Charles Oliveira segment, even though I made it clear it wasn't about his fighting skill. Um, the only good argument against the Oliveira segment is that you never thought Charles was humble to begin with, but I cannot deny the fact that Charles is kind of painted out to be a humble guy, and I loved exposing that about him. But yeah, of course, those videos are incredibly fun for me to listen back to as well. I put it at 1.25 speed. Someone suggested that I watch it in 1.25 speed, and I was dying. Um, that's how I know the video is good. When I can listen to the whole thing through multiple times and like, make myself crack a smile and laugh, they're good videos. So yeah, I appreciate the compliment, man. I need to do more of those, but I've got some serious ones coming up. I want to do a top 10 strikers in MMA. Finally, the main card is starting. I want to do a top 10 strikers in MMA, not a tier list, but a documentary style, similar to my video that I did on the best individual representatives of martial arts. Like I did Piotr Yan boxing, Charles jiu-jitsu, all have a very specific criteria for what I believe to be a good striker, and then I'll rank the guys that fit that criteria the best. I'm also going to do one on Dominic Reyes, the tragic fall of Dominic Reyes, and what's the other one that I also had on my poll? Oh, fighters that had an aura of invincibility. So I'm thinking like pre-Burns Hamzat, pre-Volkanovski Islam Makhachev, pre-Gustafsson Jones, right? Guys that were looked at as completely unstoppable before a certain fight. Reyes's rise wasn't that great. His rise wasn't that amazing. It was really just, what he had accomplished by having that kind of fight against Jones to getting KO'd 3 times in a row. So he basically went from a guy that most people believe should have beat John Jones. And, as far as I'm concerned, yes, the Gustafsson fight was close. I still think John Jones beat Alexander Gustafsson the first time. I've rewatched that fight quite a few times by now. I don't think anyone's ever tested Jones like Reyes did in regards to the scoring system, right? Gustafsson may have done more damage to Jones, but Gustafsson like won more rounds, right? He won 3 rounds. So for sure, his rise wasn't anything special. I'm really just going to focus on like the Jones fight, how amazing it was, and then after that, right? And just the perception of a guy that that's going into the Jan Blachowicz fight, and everyone's thinking to themselves, well, yeah, this guy's going to kill Jan Blachowicz. He just beat John Jones. He's the uncrowned champ. Jones is out. And then he gets smoked by Jan Blachowicz, right? And then he comes back and gets smoked by Yuri Prohaska in a close fight in a war, which is even more tragic, right? That he has a close fight, tests Yuri, gets viciously knocked out. That was one of the most brutal knockouts I've ever seen, guys. And then the Ryan Spann one was just depressing. And I'm going to just get into how tough the fight game is. And that's really what the focus of the video is going to be. It's going to be a little bit of a darker video, but it's something that needs to be discussed because, some people are going to get into MMA and they have the dream of being a champ, or, maybe you're not going to be a champ. Maybe I'll just be a Max Holloway. Oh, I'm sorry, not a Max Holloway. I'm thinking of a guy that never won a belt. Like, I'll be a Dustin Poirier. That's epic. Even if I don't become a champion, I'll just have fun fights. It's not always fun fights. It's not always you're going to be a top competitor, bro. You could join the UFC and get KO'd 5 times in a row. You could start MMA, get on the Dana White Contender Series, get KO'd, have another fight, get KO'd, have another fight, get KO'd, and then you need to rethink things. MMA can be a really, really rough sport, guys. So that's kind of what I'm going to get into. Thank you for the donation. Nico doesn't know. Thank you so much for the $2. Gang, let's go JDM. Enjoy the fights, my brother. I am just now tuning into the card, right? We had Baghdasaryan win a decision against Tucker Lutz, but now we actually have some decent fights. And I'm just so happy that we're able to sift through the bullshit because now we have is Dumont first. Who's next? Oh, McKinney. McKinney's up. There we go. I know some people were excited for Dumont, but am I the only one that thought her little run-in with this Chelsea Chandler girl was a little cringe? By the way, is it just me or is this the first week I've ever really even heard of Chelsea Chandler? I think I've heard her name before, but this is the first week I've even seen her. And she mentioned Ronda Rousey coming back. Total bullshit. Total bullshit. If McKinney loses, that's another example of something that's going to be sad. McKinney can go from coming into the UFC with a bang, having one of the fastest knockouts ever in the lightweight division over Matt Frivola to getting brutally knocked out 3 times in a row. All right. 3 times in a row. That's just another example of why I want to make the Dominic Reyes video, because Dominic Reyes has had that kind of career, but it's been at the highest level, right? Were any of you guys picking Dominic to lose against Jan Blachowicz? Because I sure as hell did not. Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know why I'm scoffing over this. I actually picked Jan Blachowicz to beat him. I don't know why I'm acting like no one thought that Jan was going to. I actually picked Jan to beat his ass. I don't know why I'm trying to pretend, like trying to sit here and say, oh, no one expected him to win. I actually did pick Jan. I remember that. I remember I was watching that fight card. I was on the phone with a friend. We were both watching it, both talking about it. And I remember telling him, no, I think Jan's going to win. Jan is a beast. I think he's going to win. I picked Jan. I actually did pick Jan. I don't know why I forgot that. But still, most people were picking Reyes. And I remember saying in the first round, Jan shouldn't try to brawl with him. What's he doing? He's trying to brawl, right? When he was getting in the pocket with Reyes at sometimes. And then he KO'd this guy. And my friend was like, shitting on me because I was saying he shouldn't have gotten in the pocket when that's exactly what he could and should have done. Lucas be capping. I'm not capping. I actually did pick Jan Blachowicz to win that fight. I remember vividly thinking going into it, like Jan is going to surprise a lot of people. This guy's a beast, right? Because he was coming off of that amazing win over not only Luke Rockhold, but Corey Anderson. And I didn't expect him to sleep Corey Anderson like that. I knew Reyes had a lot of power, but Jan was just a little bit more well-rounded. If you picked Jan, he would have lost. No, dude, I actually did pick him, though. She tried stuffing a takedown. She rolled and snapped her own arm. True WMMA moment. Dominic Reyes shows stuttered speech now. Oh, I know, right? I remember him doing the round table with DC, Anthony Smith, and who's the other guy that had fought him? Oh, fucking hell, what's his name? With the dreads. God damn it, dude. I forget his name. I forget his name, dude. I feel like a fool right now. Ugh. Fucking hell. Former champ. Former champ, god damn it. Yes, dude. Rashad Evans. Thank you. Rashad Evans. Yeah, they did a round table and Dominic Reyes was stuttering. Rashad Evans, yep. But who snapped her arm? Who snapped her arm? Schizo Lucas back at it? Yeah, man. I'm back at it. I'm back on the chase. Lucas, you are the only MMA YouTuber who knows real nutrition about everything. I don't know everything about nutrition, but I appreciate that. I do animal-based as well from Paul Saladino. Bro, Paul Saladino is really, really changing the world right now. Fucking love Paul Saladino, man. That guy's... I was listening to his podcast on sleep while I was driving home today because I went to a farm. I wanted to get out in the countryside. I wanted to walk around, see some animals. It was raining, unfortunately, and we did get some nice items from the store, but we had to drive in the rain on the way back. We were in traffic. So I was listening to this podcast from Paul. That's my favorite guy to listen to when I'm in a long car ride. These chatters will never understand why our body is designed to eat this way. Yeah. But I think most people in my chat probably eat pretty decent food. Gru knows a lot about nutrition. Look at yeah. He knows a whole lot about eating for sure. I bet I could out-eat the guru, though. I know this is not a real brag, but I've heard him talk about his big Domino's orders and McDonald's orders. I don't think he could out-eat me, bro. I got the pygmy genes, man. If Burger King is considered decent, then yeah. I actually think Burger King is super underrated. Very underrated. I've never had a bad burger from Burger King, and I'm just talking about the Whoppers. Solid, solid, and they have the mayo on it. I haven't had Burger King for probably 5 or 6 years, though. Probably 5 or 6 years, though. Carl's Jr., I've never had that. The worst fast food place I've ever had in my life, okay? I have fitness clients, guys, that I coach. One of them was telling me that he always goes to Arby's, and he was like, "You gotta try Arby's." And to be fair, the Arby's that I went to was like some, random uh, gas station mall on the side of a highway between upstate New York and downstate New York, and it was in the middle of nowhere. So it was probably the worst Arby's that I could have went to, but I stopped there. I got a regular roast beef sandwich. I wanted to go with the classic Arby's shit, and it was probably the worst thing that I've ever ordered at a fast food restaurant. It was an absolute atrocity. The meat was purple, flavorless, dry. The bread was old. Dude, it was the worst experience I've ever had at a fast food restaurant. Horrible, just disgusting. And to make up for it, I had to get a Cliff Bar. All right. And there was someone behind the counter that made it even worse. I'm not even going to discuss it. I'm not even going to mention it. But even the workers were bad. All right. Even the workers were weird. Did they got the meats? Arby's was horrible, guys. You've probably been to Arby's. If you're saying you like Arby's, you've probably been to a better one. I went to an Arby's in the middle of upstate New York on a side of a highway, right, where people stopped to piss. So that was like they didn't care at all. Rent free. It wasn't even about that. It was about I can't even get into it, dude. I can't even get into it. It wasn't even about that though. Just yeah. Thank you, Nitro X. I appreciate the $5. Who's got more CTE, Tom Brady or Robbie Lawler? 20 years of sacks. I know that's a good point, man. People don't really think about these NFL guys as having way worse damage because the level of collisions that they're going through, and it's not only in their games. First of all, these guys, fighters fight what? 3 times a year max, 4 times a year max. Usually, most guys 4 times a year. NFL players are playing every goddamn week during the season. They have like what, 16, 17 games a year. And on top of that, they're training in the offseason and they're training during the week and they're running scrimmages. They get a ton of damage. Or Robbie Lawler. I say Robbie Lawler. To be fair, Nitro, 3 wars. Yeah. Crazy wars. MMA for 20 years. Lots of sparring. Eating salmon right now, so good. I haven't had a good salmon in a while, but I love salmon. I have a great dish from the cookbook where it's salmon with some lemon drizzle on top, some peppers, hot sauce as well. I love salmon, crispy salmon. I love making it on a pan. I'm not an oven salmon guy or a grill salmon guy. I like pan searing it to make it nice and crispy. I'd say Robbie Lawler has more brain damage just because, guys, if I'm lagging, then just refresh the stream. But yeah, I'm sorry. If I'm lagging, just refresh the stream. I would say Lawler more brain damage than Tom Brady. I just say that because Tom Brady's a quarterback. Yes, he gets sacked as a quarterback, but do quarterbacks have the worst damage from the other positions? I feel like the guys that are defensive backs or running backs, wide receivers, like those guys get tackled more often than the GOAT, right? Tom Brady's the GOAT. Like, doesn't that mean he, out of anyone that's had a long career in the NFL, he gets tackled the least, if anything, right? I'm not a big football guy. Of course, he's obviously gotten sacked before, but I don't know if quarterbacks take the worst amount of damage. They definitely don't. Linemen take horrible damage. Or anyone that's got a defensive position or yeah, thoughts on grounding, legit or BS? It's legit. Grounding's legit. Every time I've grounded, I felt amazing. Paul Saladino, I've been listening to him talk about a grounding mattress that he plugs into the wall. I don't know if I'd go that crazy with it. I have a friend that does that too. If it works, if it's legit, I'll do some more research on it. I might get on it, but yeah, grounding is important. That's just when guys you go outside and you're barefoot on some grass. It'll make you feel great. Tom Brady is the Bilal Muhammad of the NFL. Really? The GOAT of football is Messi. Dude, we're talking about American football. All right, here we go. Terrence McKinney versus Sadikov. Here we go. 4:50 on the clock. Ooh, good left hand from Terrence McKinney. Big left hand. And he's going for a takedown on Sadikov, and he's got him. He's looking for a single leg. Sadikov fends it off. Good knee to the body from Terrence McKinney. He's got the overhooks against the fence, but Sadikov's pressuring him against the fence. Terrence McKinney looking for a trip. Inside trip. Is he going to get it? He is not going to get it. Sadikov's got good takedown defense so far. That looks like a knee to the nuts, but it wasn't. It was a knee to the body from Terrence McKinney. He's looking for another inside trip on Sadikov, and he's got him down. But Sadikov looks like he is got great takedown defense. He pops right back up, but he gets taken down again, and now Terrence McKinney is in a pretty decent position. And he's squaring him off up against the fence, and Sadikov is finally secured. Terrence McKinney trying to sink in the hooks. He's got the back. He's got the back. Sadikov's, he's got the body triangle. And Terrence McKinney's on his back with the body triangle. This is bad for Sadikov. He might be getting his first round submission. There we go. Everything Saladino says is accurate. I don't know about everything he does, but overall, he's a guy that'll lead you in the right direction. He's a guy that knows, how to live a good, healthy lifestyle. And Terrence McKinney is on the back. He's looking for a choke, and he's got one arm around, but Sadikov is fending it off well. I don't know, guys. What do you think? And you think Terrence McKinney's going to submit him, or you think Sadikov's going to survive this? Sadikov's defending it off well, but he's going to get tired. I'm going to go with Terrence McKinney is going to sub him. I'm picking him to sub him here. I think Sadikov's going to tire out. Terrence McKinney's got that body lock. Body triangle. And Sadikov's defending that well. Man, I don't know. Sadikov might get subbed, guys. He might get subbed. If he doesn't get subbed, I don't think he gets out of this position for the entirety of the round. So we'll see. Maybe this is just going to be Aljo Petr Yan without punches, because at least Aljo is teeing off on Petr Yan in some of those moments on the ground. McKinney leg broke. His leg is not broke. That would be, if his leg broke, that would be crazy, bro. But there's no way. This is more tiring for McKinney. It's definitely more tiring for Sadikov because he's got the body triangle wrapped around him, and that's tight as hell. So it's got to be tiring for him. Look at him. He's breathing heavy as hell. Terrence McKinney's just chilling right now. He's not really exerting so much energy with this choke. But he should be. He should be exerting a little bit more energy. But Sadikov, to be fair, is really defending the choke well, but he's not trying to get out of the position. So I think he's just keen to sit here just to survive. Because look at him. He's crossing his arms. He's just making sure he doesn't do anything to let McKinney get under his neck. Yeah. McKinney ain't going to get this choke, I don't think. If he hasn't got it yet, I don't think he's going to get it. Actually, from sparring, not the actual fights. Yeah, most CT is from sparring. And I think Robbie Lawler's done a lot of sparring. Tom Brady's the Bilal. When you teach your clients, do you customize their plans, or do you like to keep the fundamentals the same? Yes, of course, I customize the plan. So it varies based on what they're doing, whether they're cutting, whether they're bulking, what their weight is. Of course, I take everything into account. Allergies, what foods sit well with them. And a lot of it is trial and error at first, right? Because when I first take on a client, I'm going to give them a plan that is a similar approach to a lot of my other clients. Not calories wise, but styles of food that usually work well with most people. And then I go on their results. Wow, Sadikov is out of it, and he's on top of Terrence McKinney. Look at this. But back to my clients, bro. After a week of training them, right, I look at the results. I see what's going on with their weight, see if we have to change things around. And the longer I work with them, the more in tune I am with how their body is functioning, what foods work well with them, what style of training works well. The training is very hands-on. Ooh, head clash. Head clash. Training is probably the most hands-on thing, because I make sure to give everyone a different kind of routine every single time they train when it comes to their compound lift. So for the most part, things stay the same other than the compounds. So if someone's doing squats at the beginning of their workout, let's say I have them doing a 4x4, 4 sets of 4 reps with a certain amount of weight. The next session would be 5 sets of 4 reps, or maybe I'll drop down to 3 sets, but I'll go up in weight. And, I'm always varying the rep ranges and the sets for the compound lifts. But For the most part, most exercises would be similar from month to month. Every month, I like to change things around just a tiny bit. How much do you charge? I charge 150 a month. That's how much I charge for coaching. 150 a month. It's not crazy, but obviously it takes work, right? You have to like, adjust programs. You got to be in touch with people. So, all of my clients would have my number and all this. Um, Again, like every workout that they'll have, they're supposed to log it with me and say, I hit the numbers that I was supposed to. And then I take that information, I give them exactly what they're supposed to do for the next week. So yeah, McKinney needs to retire. I mean, we haven't even seen second round, but let's get into it. Let's focus on the fights. Let's focus on the fights. I'm getting carried away with the fitness. I don't know, guys. Am I the only one that's just way more excited for Jan Blachowicz and Pereira when it comes to how much it means? I feel like Poirier and Gaethje too is kind of meaningless because I don't view these guys as threats to win a title or win a belt. Even though the fight is going to be amazing, I just feel like this what's at stake is not so crazy. Sadikov's pressuring McKinney. Oh, Terrence McKinney's hurt. He's wobbled. Sadikov landed a really good 1-2 on him. Terrence McKinney just, I don't know what it is about him, bro. His striking is not confident at all at this point in his career. He looks so gun shy, man. Look at him. He turned into a wrestler. He got hurt. Terrence McKinney's hurt. He turned into a wrestler. Dude, this guy used to come out the gates, guns blazing. Guns blazing. He does not have a good chin. He's not as confident as he used to be either. And Sadikov is going to get up. All right. Sadikov stuffs the takedown, and now he's on top of Terrence McKinney. He's looking for mount. Oh, he's got the back. He's got Terrence's back. And no, dude, he's got the choke, and Terrence McKinney's going to tap, and he taps. Terrence McKinney's fourth loss in a row. Wow. Dude, he definitely got that shit back for Matt Frevola. Matt Frevola in his corner. Crazy. Damn, 4 L's in a row. Terrence McKinney might just get cut. You're right, Anakin. You're right. Damn, this guy is Terrence McKinney is a total fraud. Very clear at this point. Sad career, but yeah, he's done. He is completely done. So much for Paddy Pimblett. I feel like Paddy could beat this guy, guys. Who would you pick, Paddy or Terrence? I'd probably go with Paddy just to sub him, impose his will, sub him. Maybe not though. Paddy Pimblett is actually pretty tough though. He's got a decent chin. I might even pick Paddy, bro, but they're gonna kick Terrence out of the UFC, unfortunately. But I mean, is it really unfortunate? He's just gonna keep losing. Damn. Damn. Terrence beats Paddy? I don't know. I'd go with Paddy. Guys, Paddy literally has only lost to Jared Gordon, and it was by decision. At least he's finished a bunch of guys by submission, 2 wins by submission, 1 win by KO, 3-1 in the UFC. I don't know. Terrence McKinney has a couple of more impressive KOs, but at this point, I don't know. I don't even know if I'd pick Terrence McKinney to beat Paddy. He's done. He's done. Charles is humble. He's just a little too about himself in a weird way. I agree. Like I'm not calling Charles not humble at all. There are many humble things about him. Like look at his upbringing, right? Look at the way he interacts with people. Charles is definitely humble in many ways. But I was just kind of poking fun of how he's got the least humble house or one of the least humble things that anyone could have about them. And it's just, again, it's just a little bit of a contrast of what you would expect. Terrence got fraud checked. He's been fraud checked before. He got fraud checked by Bonfim. Like, guys, Bonfim was hyped up going into that fight. And I feel like people overhyped Bonfim in retrospect, right? That's what we can say now, given that Benoit Saint Denis just destroyed him. By the way, Benoit Saint Denis, did you guys see he signed to fight Thiago Moises in France? I'm picking Benoit. I think Benoit Saint Denis is going to KO Thiago Moises, who's actually a decent opponent, Thiago. I'm picking Benoit. But yeah, Terrence McKinney's been fraud checked before this. Dober exposed him. I don't even know if Dober really exposed him. I think Terrence McKinney, I don't know, dude. I feel like he got exposed really badly. Oh, wait, no, you may be right. No. Wait, he fought Dober, right? He fought Bonfim. He fought Nazaim. He fought someone else, didn't he? Terrence McKinney lost to someone else. I keep forgetting who it was. Who's the missing link here? Terrence McKinney record. No. Oh, he got KO'd by Sean Woodson a while ago, but it was just those three. Okay, yeah, never mind. Yeah, I guess Dober was the guy to expose him. But to be fair, Terrence McKinney still looked good against Drew Dober in the early goings. Like he rocked Dober badly. He hurt him badly in the early part of that first round. But Bonfim shut him down completely. And Bonfim's not that amazing. Yeah. Yeah, Bonfim was faking him out with all those feints. I remember that. Held him against the fence. Just Terrence was frozen in front of him. Didn't know what to do. Terrence is done. And Nazim's not that great either. He's all right. Is this guy Albanian? Where's this dude from? He's got like a interesting. Sadikov is not Albanian. Definitely not Albanian. I just checked the flag. Where's he from? Dude has no fight IQ. Azerbaijan. Okay, he's from the same place as Rafael Fiziev. All right, guys. Now we have Norma Dumont and Chelsea Chandler. We got some beef here, even though I thought it was a little bit cringe, to be honest. Their little, scrap that they had at the weigh-ins. I can't be the only one that thought that was a little bit cringy. Don't get me wrong, it's better than nothing. It at least produced a moment, right? For a card like this that kind of needs a moment at the weigh-ins to be somewhat interesting. And now I'm actually more excited for the fight. So actually, even though it was cringe, I am more excited for the fight. This next one. I'm sure we are going to see a drop in viewership in all of the streams because some people are probably going to get out their lotions because we got Dumont coming in. Okay. All right. My viewership is about to go from 92 to 89. 3 people on average in every single live stream are cutting off their phones. They're turning off the lights and they're getting fucking creepy as hell, bro. I'm just kidding, guys. Thoughts on Saladino's toothpaste and deodorant takes? Oh yeah, no deodorant, right? I've done no deodorant in the past as well. There has to be some method to the madness in regards to if you don't wear deodorant and you have an amazing diet, you're not going to smell that bad, but you have to have a perfect diet in order to get there. I went without deodorant for the first couple weeks. I felt fine. Like I smelled okay, but like 3-4 weeks in, dude, nah, dude, you got to wear deodorant. Come on, just get something that's semi-natural. And when it comes to toothpaste, get something that's semi-natural. You don't have to go crazy with it and have no toothpaste. Right? We don't have to do everything that our ancestors did, okay? We should definitely follow along in their footsteps when it comes to a lot of things, but there are some things that the modern world has produced for the good of humanity, okay? Like good quality toothpaste. Maybe not your typical ones. They may not have all the best stuff. I might drop out too. Sorry, Lucas. Yeah. Oh, wow. Things have actually dropped down to 85. Shit. Jesus. You guys are simping big time for Dumont. See you, fellas. MMA fans are down bad. Every stream is about to go crazy. If only there was a lotion emoji for people to drop in chats. But yeah, I'm on live, so I can't be doing a weird shit like that. But hey, I do have to say it's better than going to the hub, bro. At least it's more natural than that. Okay. But yeah, I mean, come on. We'll see. We'll see. We got to be like Pavlovich, no women. Yeah, exactly. Be like Pavlovich. He doesn't even recognize an attractive woman from an ugly one. Like he doesn't care. He has no ability to even see this shit, bro. He's probably asexual. He's not actually asexual. He'll definitely, marry a woman or something like that. But the guy has crazy amounts of tests, but it's so crazy to the point to where he's just so hungry, bro. He's more hungry than anything else. All right. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense. How could you have so much tests not care about women. It's just at a certain threshold, you cross over a line. And that's where Pavlovich is at. Never talked to a woman in his entire life. Doesn't look at them any differently than anyone else. And same thing, no, Jilton Almeida is different though. Jilton Almeida is from Brazil, bro. They're a little more lenient in Brazil. And they cut in weight. We're about to see a whole lot of yeah, a whole lot of movement. Let's see. Let's see what's going down. Oh, is she actually walking out, Chelsea Chandler? Okay. Oh, no, they're just showing highlights. Highlights. Can you imagine that? I didn't know these people had highlights. How do you know about this Pavlovich? Oh, come on, dude. Just take a look at this guy, man. Look at his Instagram and tell me that guy's ever even thought of a woman, bro. I mean, like, he doesn't give a fuck, dude. He's so hungry. He's so hungry, he doesn't care. Pavlovich cares about one thing only, and that's working out, training, and fighting. That's it. There's nothing else that guy cares about. And his Instagram is proof, right? Just the most cut and dry thumb up outside of the gym. That's it. Yeah, I'm not getting the lotion out, dude. I have no lotion in this room. I need some lotion. I actually have feel like my skin could be a tiny bit better. But I've been using a lot of MCT oil that I like to rub on my body sometimes. It's really good for moisturization. But yeah, no lotion here, guys. No lotion here. But I recommend that you guys get some good quality MCT oil. Put it on in the morning outside. Once you get out the shower, it's really good for your body. But yeah, dude, I ain't got no lotion. Do you do no fap? I mean, I do no hub. I'll just say that. I do no hub, bro. But I have done it. I have done it in the past. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I think that the best way is to just do no hub. Lucas, what are the odds Paulo Costa's pulling out of the fight? He posted a meme about it. So if I've said that Paulo Costa cannot be considered a Chad if he pulls out of this fight, right? He posted a meme about it. If he starts joking around about it and then he does it last second, I will respect it. Okay? Because I actually thought Dylan Dennis pulling out of his fight with KSI was funny as hell, dude. The fact that he basically made KSI look like a pussy and a bitch for not showing up and ruining his whole event. It's basically a power play. It's basically saying, dude, you think you're bigger than me. I'll just pull out of your event and ruin it. I have the power to ruin an entire event. Watch this. Okay. It's actually, if you really think about it, it's a big power move. If Paulo Costa pulls out, that actually any jokes around about it before, it's funny. It is funny. I'm still gonna hate it because I'm looking forward to seeing Paulo Costa and Ikram. That's an amazing fight. People might say, oh, he might have a better fight with this guy or this guy. No. Strickland and Costa would be way more boring than Ikram. Ikram's a very aggressive fighter. But yeah, if he's making memes about it right now and then he actually does it, I'll at least respect him for having the balls to do it. Because Costa is such a Chad that the UFC won't even cut him. The UFC begs Paulo Costa to stay in the UFC, right? But all jokes aside, if he pulls out, I'm going to be pissed. I'll be very upset, and I'll probably make a whole video shitting on him. Costa is like a meme now. He was legit against. I know, dude. He was so legit against Vittori. Costa, no, against Yoel. Costa against Vittori, though. I mean, he was okay in that fight. Like, it was a good scrap. It was entertaining. Costa's always in entertaining fights. Even against Izzy, it was entertaining. But he wasn't really that legit against Vittori. Dude, if you can't beat Vittori, come on. How good are you really? Right? Vittori sucks, bro. The only people that Vittori beats are guys that are absolute, frauds. Roman Dolidze, Paulo Costa. Roman Dolidze arguably had a closer fight with Vittori than Costa did. Vittori's top 15 all time. Dude, Vittori might literally actually be top 15 all time middleweights. If you're actually just going by middleweight division skill, he could be. But if you mean all time in general, then I don't know what you're smoking there. Can you grow a mustache? Not a good one. I can't grow a good beard, buddy. I need to be able to. I mean, I don't need to be able to, but I'd like to be able to. But no. Maybe I should just not shave this winter and see what happens. Because I get you have to go through like an awkward phase to get somewhere, but I've never really wanted to go through the awkward phase to begin with. Jack Hermanson was a good win from Vittori. That was a good win, but it's like, dude, if you're really good, you're supposed to finish Hermanson, not take him to a decision like Sean Strickland did. But hey, Sean Strickland's the only guy that can go to a decision with someone and get away with it. All right, because he's got pillow hands. But actually, I take that back. It was a decent win, but Sean Strickland kind of schooled Hermanson, even though it was boring as hell. He didn't school him. He didn't school him. He shut him down and made him look very underwhelming. Jack Hermanson was swinging and missing all night. Hermanson actually was tagging Vittori the whole fight. Like, it was a very high-paced fight. All right. Minoxidil, yeah, but that sounds like a whole bunch of unnatural bullshit that would come with some side effects. I just don't want to get on it. I've heard that minoxidil has some bad sides. Don't ignore my comment, bro. All right, guys. Dumont. Oh, Dumont is wearing the fucking. She's wearing the tie shorts, bro. She knows what the fuck she's doing too. You guys see this? Wearing the tie shorts. I mean, like, come on, bro. You got to be somewhat disappointed. Ooh, she tagged Chelsea Chandler. But like the whole mystique of this. Ooh, she rocked her ass. Oh my God, she ran away. She literally ran. Oh, she's going to KO her. Put her ass out. Chelsea Chandler's a fraud, man. Damn, did you see that? Holy crap. Wow. She straight up just ran away. That was hilarious. Oh my gosh. DC is laughing and no, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh, she literally just ran. That is so funny. They got to post that on ESPN, bro. That would go viral. That is a viral moment right there. Chelsea Chandler just looked like such a wimp there. Good body kick from Dumont. Is Dumont actually good? Like, I don't know, guys. We're about to find out. Dude, this is the kind of skill that we're blessed with to see. Wow. Such high level skill from Chelsea Chandler. Look at that. High level skill. And Chandler's going for an inside trip. All right. So we got tie shorts Dumont and we got Chandler clinch. This is going to be one of the worst fights of all time. Ignoring your comment, I've been asking him, dude, you have not asked me a single question, my man. You're saying I need to answer your question, but why don't you just type the question? Who would win, Bo, Nickel, or Ikram? Probably Ikram right now. Yoel was like 5 years ago. Yeah, true. Yoel was like 5 years ago. You guys, if you say I didn't answer your question, just type the question and I'll read it. Chandler's built like a toe. Yeah, dude. She's built like a toe and Patrick Starr. Whoever is Chandler's striking coach, fire them. This fight's boring, guys. What's next? We got Albert Duraev and Young Park. All right. At least we got some good scraps after this. This is what we've been waiting for, guys. All those guys that left the stream early, they're probably really disappointed that all they're getting to see is some clinching with Chandler on the outside and Dumont in the fucking. You may as well just wear fucking clown shorts at that point. Just worse. Now they're grappling. We'll see what's going on. Park is smiling. And Dumont is settled in the guard of Chandler. The fight is. I put the lotion away. I'm so excited for the main event. Who wins, Chen Gourmet or Giga Chad Brazilian? I think Chen Gourmet wins. But Giga Chad Brazilian has a chance. And Dumont is just. I don't understand what she's doing here, guys. What is her goal? There's like I guess that's the Volkanovski body shot version of ground and pound in WMMA. We're getting 0 action, I know. Timestamp, 23 seconds, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. We're chugging along. Dumont doesn't like the attention. Facts. 100%. You saw the weigh-ins as well. So yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. You know what? You know what, guys? I'll just say this. Very respectable. Very respectable. So gotta give her props. Gotta give her props, guys. Respect. Does my respect matter? Not really. But I do respect it. You know, I do respect it. She's not just catering to simps, right? She actually cares about being a legit fighter. So good for her. Respect. Seriously. Yeah, she can't really hide it, but yeah, respect. Did you see that arm dislocation? I did not, bro. I did not. I need to watch that right now. Let's go to ESPN MMA on Instagram. I was having dinner. Let me look at it. Jamal Hill in the house. Wow. Jamal Hill literally rolled up to the apex in a scooter. I guess the injury's not bullshit. It's legit. Look at that. Bro, I don't know if you guys saw Jamal Hill's vlog with Aljamain Sterling, but he looked so fat. I've never seen him look any fatter in my entire life. So unbelievably fat and out of shape. It was crazy. So I'm not that surprised that he got this injury, getting so out of shape. Where do I find this on Instagram? Did they post it? Did anyone post it? The arm dislocation? Ah, there it is. No, no one posted it. I just see a picture of it right now. Estela Nunez. But I want to see a vid. Did any Instagram place? Bro got pregnant. I know his stomach was horrific in the Aljamain Sterling vlog that was posted like 6 days ago. He's legitimately got an obese stomach he's got such a weird physique, bro. Which page posted it? Watch Guru's reaction to her running. It's hilarious. I'll have to catch that after this fight. But someone said she started running. I didn't believe it because they're ahead of me. But let's go back to the fight. 4 minutes and 19 seconds. 4 minutes and 15 seconds. 4:14. Dana posted it? No way. All right. I'm watching the fights on my phone, guys, tonight. That's how you know what status fight night this is. Let's look at Dana White's Instagram. I literally have the fight playing. No, he didn't post it. Not Dana White didn't post it. Don't think Jamal will ever be champ again. I'm not going to doubt him, man. Jamal Hill was someone that I still believed was like one of the best in the division. His striking really impressed me against Glover. I feel like Yuri's been out for so long. At first, I was picking Yuri. I was starting to lean towards Jamal. The only guy that I think would give him issues is Magomed and Jan. And Pereira, obviously. But if Jan can knock Pereira out, then Pereira's not an issue for anyone anymore. Ooh, big shot from Dumont. Big 1-2. Big shot from Dumont. Good takedown from Dumont. And that's that, guys. The rest of the round is going to be like this. So, all right. It is what it is. Fat Jamal would be a top 5 heavyweight. I don't know if this guy's even capable of putting on any more mass in any other part of his body other than his fucking gut. Dana posted it on Twitter. I don't even have Twitter. Dana's story. His story. We'll have to look at the story. Oh, here it is. Ooh, holy shit. Damn, man. Look at that. Bam. That is how, dude, you could get that injury any day in the gym. That's literally like, that shit could happen any day of the week to anyone. You could literally slip from walking. You could slip on a crack in the freaking concrete and that'll happen. That's crazy. The human body is really freaking delicate, man. The fact that you could fall like that 1,000 times, nothing happens. All of a sudden, the 1,000th and first, you're fucked. Someone about to get knocked out. Dumont has a chance. Ronda Rousey-esque are these ladies in striking. Dumont's not Ronda Rousey-esque, but Chandler is. It's like, yeah, Dumont's, bro. I swear, if I ever hear anyone hyping up Dumont that much again, I'm gonna be a little bit annoyed because look at this. What is she doing on the ground? Landing a couple of good elbows, okay. That's like the third ground strike that I've seen from her. Ooh, up kick. Oh, but Dumont rocked her. Dumont's got decent power though. She's got decent striking, but other than that, it ain't anything crazy. You should make a Discord. I might make a Discord, guys. I wouldn't mind it. He doesn't lift, I think. River destroyed is a crazy statement. Bro, no need for those reactions. This is WMMA. Yeah. I'm just waiting for a potential finish, my man. Jamal Hill would get destroyed at middleweight. I don't know about that, dude. I feel like Jamal Hill could fuck Vettori up. I don't think that light heavyweight's any worse than middleweight. Hell yeah, make a Discord. I'm thinking about it. But I'm also just thinking about maybe just doing a members thing. I already have a members thing on here, but you guys wouldn't be able to make posts on my members thing, right? So yeah, that's pointless to treat the members section like a Discord, even though the member section is still all right. We'll see. Drickus or Jamal Hill? Dude, I can't pick against Drickus right now, guys. I think Drickus. It's so crazy that we're saying this now, but I think Drickus is the best middleweight in the world. I mean, the fact that I went from thinking he's a total joke to saying he beats everyone is nuts, but he might be. I think Drickus is the man. Shut up, you will curse Drickus. I'm not gonna ever pick someone out of fear, though. Like the only reason I would pick Izzy, I've come to this conclusion, by the way. I'm only picking Izzy based on fear of the MMA gods being cruel, or fear of jinxing it, or fear of this and that, bro. If I really think about who wins in a logical mano-a-mano fight, I'm going with Drickus. Drickus wins with logic. Same thing with Whitaker, but hey, like at least Drickus proved that he was better than Robert Whitaker with skill. Like at least he showed up looking amazing. Same logic as Jalen Turner. Yeah, but it's different because Drickus actually has the ability to take Adesanya into a different realm, which is the grappling. Like he took Whitaker down, right? Most of the picks that I make, okay, that I talk about, this is what should happen. A lot of them do come true. I'll never bring up banana peels. All right. All of the banana peel picks, whenever I've brought up a banana peel, they've gone complete opposite, right? Bilal Muhammad 50-45's Gilbert Burns. Drickus du Plessis shuts down Whitaker. TKOs him. So I'll never make a banana peel pick again. And I do think Izzy's dangerous. But usually when I think it's a close fight, the guy that I pick to win usually wins in a close fight. The one-sided beatdowns that I usually discuss, guys, those are the ones that usually end up working the other way around for whatever reason, just because MMA doesn't really always make sense. And guys usually just massively level up. But yeah. Close fights. Remember, I said Aljo and Sudo would be close. I said Usman and Edwards would be somewhat close. I got those picks right. Volkanovski and Yair, I said that would be close. Volkanovski dominated. I didn't say it would be close. I said it'd be dangerous for Volk, which it was and it wasn't. Izzy's a counter merchant. Yeah, but Drickus du Plessis got nasty ability to counter as well. He's got such a weird style of striking, where if Izzy tries to counter him, right, he'll counter the counter. Aljo is mad underrated. I agree with you. I totally agree. I think Aljo is very underrated. But if he cannot finish Sean O'Malley, and if he takes O'Malley to a decision and he doesn't dominate him, like I'll understand it if he beats the pulp out of O'Malley for 5 rounds and looks amazing. But if he doesn't either do that or finish him, then maybe he's not that okay, not that underrated. But I don't think that's possible. O'Malley is a much easier matchup for him than Aljo. I'm sorry, than Cejudo and Petr Yan. He should go out there and dominate O'Malley. But if he doesn't, it's going to be a bad look for him. Guys, I am going to not really listen to this fight. I'm going to charge my phone for the rest of this fight. Can we just get to the next one by now? We're only in the okay, thank God we're in the third round. Thank goodness, man. Thank gosh. Let's see. Volk kills Aljo. Yeah. Thoughts on Jeff Molina's ground and pound? I don't really have a lot of thoughts on it because I haven't seen it. Jamal is not disciplined enough to get to middleweight. I would say, yeah, he's probably not, but he is a pretty big guy. Like he's 6'4", and he is bigger than Izzy, even though it's not all just the gut, right? He does have like a pretty big frame. He's got a big back. He doesn't have twig legs. But yeah, I bet he could make middleweight if he really tried. He's got to have at least 20 pounds of fat in his gut alone. Imagine if Dricus ends up beating Izzy and becomes a great middleweight champ. I don't know why I butchered that. Middleweight champ. Yeah, that'd be amazing. I hope he does. I like Dricus a lot. I think now that Whitaker's probably not going to beat Dricus, if Dricus does become a champ, there's no other guy in the middleweight division that I'm really rooting for. So Dricus would be my favorite fighter. Outside of Whitaker and Dricus, there's not really any other middleweight that I like that much. Oh, Sean Strickland. Okay. But I don't really think he'll ever become a champ. And then who else is there? I don't think Strickland's a threat to become a champ either. But guys, knowing MMA, Strickland might be able to beat Dricus. Like that could be a possibility where Dricus beats Adesanya, but Strickland, after Dricus gets 2 wins over Izzy, beats DDP. That is possible. And then we'd have Strickland as a champ, which would be crazy. It really goes to show that the middleweight division is a complete joke. Or maybe all of a sudden it's going to be a complete joke where as it made sense for a couple of years, right? Izzy holding it down, Whitaker holding it down, clearly more skilled than everyone else. Dricus comes in here, flukes it up. Even though he did look good. I'm not actually saying he got a fluke win. I'm not saying that, but something fishy is going on. Lucas, are you the banana peel? I am the banana peel. But I'm going to stop being the banana peel because I don't want to mention banana peels anymore because usually when I do, things don't go my way. Bro, the glazing on anyone who fights Izzy is crazy, bro. I've never once glazed Cannonier. I never once glazed Marvin Vittori. I wasn't glazing Jan leading up to that fight, even though I wanted Jan to win and I liked him. I picked Izzy. I've picked Izzy in every single one of his fights, other than the Pereira fights and the Yoel Romero fight. All right. And I picked Whitaker in the first fight. Every other fight outside of those 4, I've always picked Izzy. But I haven't had this channel for that long. So when I made these picks back in the day, it's just I wasn't making videos, right? You got both Usman and Edward cards right. Yeah. Oh, no, not both of them. Not both of them. I did not pick Edwards to beat Usman in their rematch. I only picked him in the trilogy. But the day of the rematch, when Edwards KO'd Usman, I posted a video that morning saying that, guys, I don't know why, but I feel like Edwards is going to beat Usman. I don't know why. I have this overwhelming idea of him getting it done, but I think Usman's losing tonight. I posted that on TikTok that day, but I didn't really pick him. I think Strickland does beat Dricus too. I also felt like Usman was overlooking Edwards going into that rematch too. You're glazing DDP? I mean, I like DDP. He's put on entertaining fights, and he's also proven to be like an absolute freak of nature. Like, when is the last time we saw anyone beat Whitaker? Other than Izzy in the first fight? Like, really beat him? No one. So, in order for him to beat the 3rd greatest middleweight of all time is worth getting excited about. I think we could all agree with that, right? I mean, it's not like, Dricus had a great performance over Vittori or Strickland. No, he beat Whitaker. Beating Whitaker is crazy. No, I always liked DDP. You're saying I didn't like DDP until a couple of days ago. I've always liked DDP. There's a difference between me liking someone and me crapping all over someone's skill set. I was completely painting his skill set out to be a joke. All right. No, I'm telling you this for real. I always liked Drickus. I've always liked him. I just didn't think his skill was anything worth talking about as being decent. I thought the guy was sloppy boppy, bro. That was my nickname for him, sloppy boppy on the feet. And yeah, proved me wrong. So he actually did look good against Whitaker. So not only did he prove me wrong, he looked amazing against Whitaker. And there's got to be something about that funky style that makes me like him even more. The fact that he went from a meme to like a guy that I view as a complete killer in one fight makes me like him way more. So that's probably why it seems like I all of a sudden I'm a huge fan. Like I've always liked him. But if I didn't like him, I would tell you. Like I'm not making that up. You know, there are guys that I used to hate. Like I used to dislike Aljamain Sterling big time, but now I'm a fan of him. Right? He won me over. Volkanovski. I was not a fan of him at one time. Like I was kind of indifferent to him. Right? I was impressed with the fact that he had beat Max the first time. Going into the rematch, I was rooting for Max, bro. I only really became a huge fan of Volk until after the second Max fight. Before the Ortega fight, I was becoming a big fan of him because everyone was shitting on him. I felt like he really did win that fight, and I didn't like the Max Holloway fans complaining. Then he destroyed Ortega and gave us one of the best fights ever, and that's what took me over the line, right? But yeah, Wonderboy beats Whitaker currently. Knowing that Whitaker can't really do any damage on the ground, I wouldn't disagree with that. I feel like that there's a decent chance. Wonderboy is a bad matchup for Whitaker. And we've seen Whitaker take people down, but what's he been able to do with it? He has nothing down there. Bro, you said you wasn't going to make a live on the fight night? Oh, I'm going to make a live on the fight night. I'm just not going to make a video on the fight night. I did make a live stream prediction video for the members, but I just wasn't going to make like a video about this because there's not really that much talk about. And Norma Dumont is in the octagon. I guess she got the win. Good for her. Is it safe to say Whitaker's done? No, it's not safe to say Whitaker's done. He's not done yet. The only people that I would pick to beat him right now in that division are maybe Izzy and DDP. That's it. Wonderboy if he moves up, but everyone else I think Whitaker beats. Prime Wonderboy versus Izzy. Wonderboy. I think he's a better striker. 170, Whitaker was a different guy. Yeah, exactly, different guy. But hey, Whitaker just got KO'd. His chin's not going to get any better, and he never had a great chin. His chin was always a little bit below average. Lucas, what do you do for cardio? I'm preferring running right now. Running. I love running. But I would say Stairmaster is something that I love too. High intensity Stairmaster, 15 minutes all out, 20 minutes all out, which is not so high intensity if you can do anything for 20 minutes, but I love Stairmaster. Like going hard on the Stairmaster. Swimming is good too. So yeah, those are probably my top three. Biking is all right. I don't really like pushing so hard on the bike. I've never really got into like a hardcore bike ride. Even though I do like longer bike rides, I like to push myself on a run. I like to push myself on a Stairmaster. Calisthenics or weights? Both. I'd say both. Advice for front squats, just get gritty. And just put it into your collarbone and make sure that you're not getting injured and you just stay healthy. If you always stay healthy, you stay injury free, your front squat is always going to go up, right? And you'll have times where you feel like you're plateauing. Just stay healthy, and you'll be good, and you'll improve. You'll get better. Biking isn't as full body as swimming or running, but it's still solid. Yeah, I've never been that into biking. I like going for a joyride. Biking is one of those exercises that I like doing for fun. And anytime I do something for fun, of course, I do push myself at sometimes. Like I love going up a hill on a bike, but I like running more. Running and Stairmaster, swimming, those are my favorite forms of cardio. Volk's getting midgeted against Makhachev. Wasn't he supposed to get midgeted last time against Islam? And like he didn't really get midgeted. I mean, to be fair, like he kind of punked Islam Yes, Islam won the MMA match, but Volk won the fight. Okay. Islam won the contest. He won the MMA match with the judges. Volk won the fight. Punked him. 150 a month. Bro thinks he's an IFBB pro coach. Dude, you'd be surprised. IFBB pro coaches pay way, I mean, they charge way more than 150 a month. Some of these guys are charging over thousands of dollars. I mean, some of them are charging like 2,000 a month, 3,000 a month. But yeah. I mean, like, dude, I don't have the time to, again, only charge 50 for coaching. If people don't want me to coach them, it's all good. I'm not begging for anyone to sign up. Lucas, do you eat Subway? What is your meal? I don't eat Subway. I don't have it anymore, but I love Subway. All right. I have not had a Subway sandwich for years, but I do love Subway. My go-to, there's Holly Holm walking in the building. Are you still competing in bodybuilding? I am not, but never say never, right? I might someday, just not at the moment. Right now, I'm just focused on some other things. Guys, my favorite Subway sandwich, Italian bread, toasted, mayo. Not too crazy on the mayo, but definitely some mayo, bacon, of course. You know what I like to put on it too? I like putting some pepperoni on it and some of the chicken thighs. Some of the rotisserie chicken. That's the way that I go. Some lettuce, some olives, some peppers, and some cheese. Toast that shit, bro. Horrible for you. Subway is really unhealthy. It's terrible, but I do enjoy the taste of Subway. Subway's got to be one of the most underrated fast food chains. Again, talk about fast food. I haven't had fast food for forever. The last fast food I had was Five Guys, and I let Five Guys slide because they don't cook their stuff in seed oils, but I haven't even had that for a couple months now. Everyone came at you when you were competing. I know, dude. I called out James English. I called him out. I said, this guy's blocky as hell. And then they all started coming at me saying, you're fucking, you're not even that big. And I'm like, dude, I'm natty. All you fuckers are on the sauce, man. I hate the idea that like the sauced look is like so sought after, bro. But I felt like I actually look better than all these blocky sauced dudes. But of course, in the bodybuilding industry, everyone's mind is kind of fucked, and they're all wanting to be like these mega, you know, I don't even know what the fuck to call them, just mutants. And even the guys that are on the smaller side that are sauced are still looking like mutants. But yeah, I wish I had doubled down harder, but there's another guy that's kind of doing something similar to me as well. Cause I used to come at people that were saucing all the time. That was kind of my thing. I was like trying to steer people in the direction of being natty. God forbid someone tries to steer people in the direction of being natty in the fitness industry, though. But this guy, Mario Rios, is doing something good. You aren't natty, clown. I am natural, actually. There are some things you might be able to get me on, but yeah, being not natty is not one of them. Like I am very natural. Never taken anything. Lucas, what height onwards do you consider tall? I'd say 6 foot and up, probably 6 foot and up. MMA Guru is not natty. I mean, like, natty is just, are you saucing or are you not? Like, I'm going, dude, the biggest cope, the biggest cope from bodybuilders. I've heard guys say, of course I ain't natty, but you aren't either. Everyone's not natty. You're drinking soda, you're not natty. You're eating Dunkin' Donuts, drinking coffee, you're not natty. Fuck that, dude. If you're fucking not saucing, you're natty. Is Jones natty? No. I don't think, guys, people that have sauced before, they'll come off and they'll claim natty, dude. You're not natty unless you've been clean off of sauce for like years, bro. All right. Coffee ain't natty. Dude, fucking coffee's natural, bro. Coffee is natty. I think, okay, I understand what you mean, Brian, though. Like, if you're going natty, if you're like, nah, I'm going natural, I'm not drinking caffeine anymore, I get it. But when we say natty, we're talking about, are you on sauce, right? I think Connor would have a solid chance to chin Volk if they fought at 170. Let's hear it. Thank you for the $5, Propa. I would agree with you if they were to make that fight in 2019 or early 2020 when Connor fought Cowboy Cerrone. I'd say he would have a chance. I still wouldn't even pick him, All right. But I'd say he'd have a decent chance. All right. Connor today, any weight class you could imagine, let Connor be as big as he wants. He gets destroyed by Volkanovski. Connor doesn't have a fucking shot in hell against Volkanovski in any weight class today. But a few years ago, I would have given you a chance and been like, yeah, Connor has a chance. Not anymore. Connor's done. Completely done. This guy is not even a big lightweight. Yes, too big for it right now because he's on sauce. If he's going to get back in the USADA pool, he's not that big for the lightweight division. He's going to come shrinking down. Creatine is not natty. Yeah, but I don't take creatine. I think that that's a waste of time. Do you drink alcohol, Lucas? Every once in a while. Every once in a while. Not often. I've never had an issue with it. Like, I haven't had it in a couple weeks. I had a glass of wine a few weeks ago. Every now and then have some whiskey, but no, I don't really drink. I mean, I'm not gonna say don't drink. I drink if I go out to dinner, but other than that, no. Do you vape? No. No, no, no. How did Whitaker fall to Wonderboy's little pillow punches, yet endured bombs from Yoel? Because he was cutting a lot of weight, and Wonderboy's the kind of guy to where if he catches you with the perfect shot, he can get you out of there. I don't know what was up with Whitaker against Yoel Romero, but he did get dropped like a sack of potatoes a couple of times. People try to. I saw a comment the other day where someone was saying Whitaker doesn't have a bad chin. The guy has a great chin. Have you seen Yoel Romero fights? And I'm like, bro, how does getting dropped like a sack of potatoes indicative of you having a great chin? I understand saying his chin isn't horrible if he didn't get KO'd by Yoel, but like a great chin is like taking Yoel's shots, like Costa, right? And taking a lot of them. Whitaker doesn't have a good chin, guys. He that's why he got fucked up by Wonderboy. Wonderboy wasn't even able to put Holland out. To be fair, Holland does have a pretty fucking good chin. He's got a great chin. Wonderboy's not knocked out many guys, especially at this point in his career, but he had more power when he was younger. Wonderboy's old. You have to take that into account. Wonderboy used to have more pop in his shots than he does now. Is Whitaker chinny? Yes, without a doubt. He's got a chinny chin. Top 3 worst chins. I'll try to think of guys that at least, we all know. Garbrandt. I mean, the thing is, Garbrandt didn't get KO'd in his last fight, but he also didn't get touched till the 3rd round. He did get dropped, got hurt. I'd say Garbrandt's got to be in the mix. Actually, Garbrandt went 5 rounds with Rob Font and got pieced up with a jab, so I don't even know about that. Lewis is actually an underrated pick. I don't mind that. That's a sleeper pick for bad chin. His chin at this point in his career is not that great. But there have been some KOs in which Derek Lewis is like, I feel like he's kind of just fallen rather than gotten KO'd. Like against Gon, he kind of just fell and accepted it. Even against Tai, I know this is going to sound crazy, guys. Is anyone else, if you're thinking about the Tai Tuivasa finish, I'm not going to say he just fell and he didn't get KO'd. I'm not saying that. Anyone else get the feeling that Lewis got hit with a big shot and just was like, just kind of decided to fall after it? Am I the only one who thinks that at all about the Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa KO? That like Lewis got hit with a big shot and he was just like, oh, fuck it. And he just decided to go down. Or was it more of like a concession? Parker Porter. Parker Porter doesn't have a horrible chin. Johnny Walker's got a bad chin, but he was able to eat a couple of shots from Smith. But to be fair, Smith didn't really dish him out. All right, here we go. We got Duraev versus Park, guys. This is a good one. Come on, man. Can I get full screen in this bitch? Here we go. Thank you. There we go. I'm picking Young Park, guys. I'm picking Park. I don't think Duraev even won his last fight against Kennedy. Nizichukwu. And Duraev lands a good lead left hook. Good jab from Park. I'm liking Park's jab so far, guys. Good lead body shot from Duraev. Duraev looks like he's trying to work that lead hook, but I like that jab from Young Park. They should make Smith light heavyweight champ. Yeah, they should. Knowing Smith, guys, he would parade around with that belt. He would really parade around with that and act like he's the real champ. Fuck, I'd love to see Smith with the freaking belt. That'd be hilarious. Good jab from Young Park. Good leg kicks. I'm liking Young Park, guys. I'm picking him to win this fight. Look at that doubling up on the jab. He's got a nice jab. Good jab from Duraev, too. That was like a Conor-esque Dustin Poirier 2 fight jab right there from Duraev. The way he kind of snuck that in almost like an uppercut. I like this fight. This is a good scrap right here. Nothing nicer than a nice jab, right? Nothing cleaner than the good old jab and a nice hook to the body from range. It's good shot selection from Duraev, but Young Park's eating those shots. Duraev trying to sneak in that McGregor-esque Dustin 2 jab. Beneil Dariush's chin is bad. Beneil doesn't have a good chin, but I don't know about worse chins. I'm trying to think of the worst chin. I don't have a clear-cut answer, whereas we do when we think about the best chins. Terrence McKinney's chin is terrible. He's got a bad chin. Anthony Smith's individual skill sets on paper versus Jones. Oh, good shot. Good 1-2 landed from Duraev. I don't know what it is, guys. When Duraev's landing these shots, they remind me of like the same kind of land and technique as Conor against Dustin. I rewatched that fight today, by the way, the Conor and Dustin Poirier fight that the UFC posted again. Duraev's looking good on the feet, guys. And he's outstriking Young Park. Park is kind of small for the middleweight division, guys. He is kind of small. Good jab, though. I really like his jab. He's got a great jab. Guys, Joe Rogan's the kind of guy to make some massive story out of whatever fight he's semi-impressed with. He would probably be talking about Park as having the best jab in the UFC at this point. He's got a nice jab, right? Joe Rogan's the kind of guy to get completely carried away with that. If Rogan were on commentary, he'd be screaming about that on his podcast. He'd probably invite Park on just for having a couple decent jabs. And there's Duraev. Fucking hell. What's that cut on his back? This guy looks like he was just stitched up backstage. That's some ugly ass leg kicks. Nothing uglier than missing a leg kick, right? That's like the ugliest technique to miss. You just look like such a fool when you miss a leg kick. Duraev's got a bloodied up nose. Look at that jab of Young Park. Bloodying up his nose. And Young Park, he doesn't take him down. Duraev's back up. But he's got his neck. Oh, he's going for a guillotine. It's the end of the round. It's not the worst decision to do it at the end of the round. Whoa, he's got the guillotine. That's deep. That's deep. Young Park. That's deep. Guys, I picked him to win this fight. Let's see what he can do. Not many people picking Young Park. Is he going to tap? 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Nah, he ain't going to tap, dude. Duraev's going to fight that shit. Damn, dude, that's a tight one. He's good. He's good. Yeah, he put the thumbs up. That's good. Great round. Great round. What did I join? Young Park. Almost. I don't know. Does he steal the round with that? Hard to say. He got a lot of visual damage on the face of Duraev with all those jabs, but Duraev landed the cleaner shots, like harder shots. But then he had that 20-second moment at the end of the round going for a submission. It's a close round. That could go either way. If you're going with just damage and not just visual damage, if you're going with just damage in general, I'd say Duraev probably won that round. Who do you guys think won? Duraev outstruck? Yeah, I would probably say Duraev won the round if I had to pick one. Just because the only thing Young Park was landing was a couple of leg kicks and some good jabs, but nothing too heavy. Duraev was matching him on output, but like landed harder shots. Park is going to be tired from that. We'll see. He's got good grappling, so I don't know. But yeah, he definitely expended a lot of energy with that. Thoughts on Conor doing the Izzy? Oh gosh, that would be hilarious. He will not mention those kids, man. He will not mention those kids. You know Chandler would try straight up fucking knock his ass out right on the spot if he did. All right. Young Park, Albert Duraev. This is, thank gosh. Think about Dumont versus Chandler and think about how much better this is And this isn't even a war. This is just a typical. This actually, it's a good fight. Beautiful shot to the body from Duraev. Duraev's got a nice lead hook to the body. This is such a much better fight. Great middleweight fight, by the way. Low key, this is actually like a pretty nice looking middleweight fight. This is not sloppy at all. I'm actually impressed with the fact that these guys are both not only outside of the rankings, but they're middleweights and they don't look good. And I mean, and they do look good. They do look good. Takedown attempt from Duraev, and he gets it. Double leg, and now he's trapped the legs. He's got Young Park up against the fence, but Young Park's got decent grappling. Let's see. I think he might be able to get out of this. And it looks like he's getting one leg out, and Young Park is about to get up to his feet. But Duraev is looking for the back on his way up, and Young Park is back down again. Albert Duraev showing some little levels in grappling right here. He's got the better wrestling. He's got that Dagestani style of wrestling, and it's giving Young Park some issues here. He's got one leg trapped. Let's see what he can do. What is your question, that guy? Just type it out next. Type your question out, and I will read it right this second. Park fought Shavkat back in the day. Interesting. Lucas, next time, that must have been outside of the UFC. The Iron Turtle. Lucas, next time I get Subway, I'm going to try your sandwich, but you don't get tomato or mustard. Mustard and... Oh, okay. They're back on the feet. Mustard and mayo don't really go together, in my opinion. Tomato does. You could throw a tomato on there and it'd be great. But I don't know about the tomato and the salami. That might not be the best combo, but... Oh, not salami. I'm sorry. The pepperoni. Actually, yeah, add a tomato to that. It'll be amazing. I'm craving Subway now. All right. Ooh, good shot from Duraev. Lands on top of the temple from Young Park. But Young Park stuns him with a couple of jabs and a good right hand. And they're going to war now. Good fight. Great fight. Young Park stuffs a takedown. Good stiff jab. That guy, come on, you could have just typed in your question. He's a beast. Dude, he just took another big shot from Duraev. Good jabs from Duraev. Young Park's eating big shots, but he's coming back to land his own. This is a great fight. Oh, stiff right hand from Duraev. And Young Park's getting in there. Come on, Turtle. I'm rooting for the Iron Turtle here. I think he's going to finish him. I think he's breaking Duraev, man. Duraev's got that. He's got, oh, good body shot. No, he's going to finish him off. I'm telling you guys, I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Young Park is going to, oh, he gets him out of there. Yes, he dropped him. And he's on the back. You don't want to give your back to Young Park. He's going to take that back. He's going to choke his ass out. I picked this guy to win. If you're a member, you know I picked him to win. Let's go. Duraev. Oh, dude, he's going to get TKO'd. He's going to get TKO'd. He's flattened out. And Young Park's choking him out. And that's in. The choke's in. It's done. It's over. Oh, he's going to go to sleep. He's still fighting that. How's he even fighting that? Damn, dude, he's tough. He's fighting the choke. This is crazy. He's out of it. That's nuts. How did he get out of it? Park's going to break him. I'm telling you guys. Young Park is actually good. Jesus. And he looks old as hell, but he's actually like fucking really good. I'm happy I picked him, but it won't mean anything because I didn't make a legit vid on this. And I didn't make like a main channel pick. But if you guys are members, then you know I fucking picked this guy. How did Duraev escape? I don't know. That was fully cinched in, and he was flattened out. Like, I don't even know. He wasn't able to fight the choke while he was on his stomach. It was weird. He rolled. Oh, here he's got the choke again. Is he going to tap? He's going to have to tap now. He looks like he's under the neck. Oh, he tapped. Let's go. Let's go. The Iron Turtle gets it done. Yes, dude. Young Park's entertaining as hell, bro. Yeah. Bro, look at him. Look at him. I'm a Young Park fan now, dude. Shout out to Young Park. I'm happy I picked them, guys. Let's go. Young Park gets it done. Fuck yeah, man. What a beast. Amazing jab. The reason I picked him is because of his grappling, guys. I was saying that the grappling would cancel out because this is Young Park's thing, but his striking looks so good. Look at those body shots. Tough as nails. This guy is the dark dude. Imagine if Young Park goes on to become a champ. The guy's a beast. Beast. Park needs a ranked fighter now. Dude, I'd love for him to get a ranked fighter. He's actually, what was I saying during the fight? I was saying this is a really like non-sloppy middleweight fight. This is a solid technical fight. Amazing performance from Young Park. That looked great. Didn't look sloppy to me. That guy beats, bro. Young Park beats Marvin Vettori straight up. Really, really good performance. Excellent performance from Young Park. Great performance from Young Park. People said that Park was losing. I mean, they picked him to lose, but the fight was close. The first round was very, very close. Park School's media 1-1. Park School's mediocre Vettori. I think he would beat him, dude. Vettori ain't fucking with that kind of skill set on the feet, dude, and he can't grapple with Young Park. Stop disrespecting. I didn't disrespect him, bro. I fucking picked him to win. The Iron Turtle, bro. He's literally hilarious. I fucking love this guy. He's like one of the least intimidating looking guys in the UFC. He looks like a 50-year-old math teacher, bro. But he's a beast, man. Jesus, such a good job, too. So many frauds in the UFC. Dude, Derive didn't even win his last fight. That's another reason why I picked against him. I'm like, bro, this guy didn't even beat Chidi Njokuani. And Young Park's thing, like he's most dangerous with his submissions. Great win for Young Park. Amazing win. Remember I was joking about Joe Rogan freaking out about his jab? He actually does deserve to be on Rogan. Not actually, but shout out. Let's hear what he has to say. Let's see what kind of interview he can produce. Abus versus Park. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind it. Abus is not more proven than Young Park. Young Park's more proven. Dude, second longest active win streak. Well, he's tied with a bunch of guys, but yeah, Anthony Hernandez, Young Park, those are my dark horses right now. This guy's a beast. How old is he? Someone needs to figure out how old is he. $32. Okay, I mean, he's not young, but it's fine. He's not like super old either. He looks kind of old though. Abus would get destroyed by Park. Honestly, guys, Abus Magomedov's cardio is sus, but I've said in the past that I don't think Abus's cardio would be that bad if he wasn't in such a high stakes position in his second ever UFC fight. That maybe the adrenaline got to him. But either way, Young Park's a beast. I would consider picking him against Abus. I really would. I might actually. Yeah, shout out to Young Park. Big fan of him. One of my favorite fighters. I picked him, but I was worried that maybe Jaraev is going to be a level above him, but nope. Is he actually from Korea? Yeah. Of course. Tom Aspinall, Marcin Tubbyman, Tabora. Jesus. I can imagine Aspinall taking Tubbyman to a decision. Like 30-27ing him. People just have a knack to make Tabora look mid, but not easy. So we'll see. I think Aspinall actually, guys, I think he's actually going to KO him. Because the easy pick would be the submission, double leg submission. I think Tabora is going to be expecting that. Aspinall is going to threaten that, but I think he's going to knock his ass out on the feet with a clean shot. So either way, first round finish. Nathaniel Wood, Andre Fili, amazing fight. Nathaniel Wood, Andre Fili, great fight. I'm picking Nathaniel Wood. Here we go. Otman Zaitar coming off of a horrible loss. And then here's this guy coming off of the Dana White Contender Series. They screwed the British fans with this card. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit underwhelming, but you got to think about it like this. What other British fighters would they have put on there? They wanted to do Leon originally. Remember, they were saying that they were thinking about doing Leon after he had beat Kamaru for the third time, right? In the trilogy. Not for the third time, but in the trilogy. Leon wants to wait longer. Paddy Pimblett, injured, wants more time off. Darren Till out of the UFC. It's like Arnold Allen, the guy always takes large, amounts of time off. It's really annoying. But Arnold should be on that card. He didn't take that much damage against Max. And this fight was with Max was what? April or early May? Arnold Allen should have been on this shit, guys. It's the worst card. This is the worst card in UFC history. It's not that terrible, but it's not good. Lucas, would you give Holy? No, I would not. I mean, I would give her the cookbook straight up if she wants, but I'd give her the lifting program, but I wouldn't give her the business. I was sleeping like a baby in my car and I heard Lucas yelling. Bro, I was hyped for Young Park. That guy's a beast, the Iron Turtle. And I was happy that he won. He was the underdog there. We at least had a dislocated elbow. Exactly. Good finish on the main card. The Dumont fight was complete trash. Terrence McKinney gets submitted in the first round. Or no, was it the second round? I think it was the first round. If I bought the cookbook, will I look like Brock Lesnar? Of course. Your neck will get twice as big. You'll probably shoot up to 6'3.5". How tall is Brock Lesnar? 6'4", 6'5"? Anyway, you'll be that tall. And you and your skin will turn red like Brock Lesnar. You'll look like a tomato. Nah, I'm just playing, guys. You will not look like Brock Lesnar. He looks like he has high blood pressure. You'll look like a tan, shredded, lean Brock Lesnar, right? But you will not look that big and bloated and fat. Let's be honest. Brock Lesnar's not fat, but like you get what I'm saying. Guy looks like he's a balloon. I never thought Brock Lesnar looked good. In fact, I actually think his physique is not nice at all. But hey, I mean, he's at least big and scary, so that he's got that going on for him. Like, you don't have to have a nice physique as a guy all the time. Sometimes it's just good that you're fucking huge and fucking scary as hell. All right. You're jealous of him? I would not want to look like Brock Lesnar. Why? Like, the guy doesn't have a great physique. I'd rather be a pygmy, bro. I'd rather be a pygmy. Screw that, bro. Dude, I got the pygmy physique. Slowest heavyweight. That was the worst take I've ever heard. Pygmy King. Bro, if you think Lesnar looks like, dude, when the guy was in college and he was like college wrestling and he was really, really lean, he looked good. Brock Lesnar in the UFC wasn't that lean. Like, he was lean to the point to where he doesn't look fat, but he was puffed up, bro. He kind of looked bloated. I don't think he's got a good look. He looks big. He looks strong, but I don't think he looks good. Like, I don't think he looks aesthetic, you know? That's what I mean. The pygmy has gone crazy. Send the pygmy to the vet. Send him to the vet. Jesus, you're really going to come at me like that, bro? You know my people have dealt with these allegations of being, having to go to vets, right? Come on. This is blasphemy. He's old as fuck now, but I get it. Now, remember Volkanovski was 3'11", 650? Exactly, bro. I'd rather look like Volk, man. 3'11", 490 in the rugby days. Who do you think Piotr should fight next? I wish it was Cheeto, dude. I don't really love Cheeto and what's his name? Pedro Munoz. Although I think Pedro Munoz is actually going to get the dub. Piotr Jan has no fun matchups right now. I mean, what are we going to go down the rankings and give him Said Nurmagomedov or some shit like that? Nope. I don't want to do that. Or like, who else? Fuck. There's Mana. We're going to give him Martinez next. I don't want that. Will Jack Della do it tonight? I think so. But if he doesn't, if he gets slept, it'll be a huge moment for MMA. Piotr Jan is done. He's not done yet. If he loses his next fight, I'll agree. But so far, he's only really lost to Aljo and Merab. And those are two of the best fighters in the world. It's not like he got KO'd by them, right? He only had a tough fight with Sean. He took more damage against Sean than he did against Merab, and he beat Sean. Cejudo is an unranked fighter too, no cap. I mean, Cejudo literally is not that amazing. I feel like people are overrating him a little bit, but he's good. He's decent. He looked okay against Aljo. He won the 5th round, which is obviously proof that he's decent, that he's good. Cejudo's good. Cejudo's good. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that he's not. He's very good. But he's not a top 3 guy in that division, I don't think. I think Merab's better than him. I think Corey Sandhagen's better than him. And I don't know, Piotr Jan Cejudo, I feel like Piotr Jan would beat him too. How good was Tony Ferguson? One of the best lightweights ever. I mean, he wasn't completely unbeatable, but I think people look at Tony's prime incorrectly. I don't think he was in his prime even in 2019 when he was fighting Pettis. I think that Tony's prime, I think he was still winning when he was starting to decline. I always said that Tony's decline really was evident in the Cowboy fight before Gagey. But if you were to look at the Pettis fight, he got dropped in the Pettis fight. He did win that. Pettis broke, but Pettis was kind of known for wilting in fights as well. Tony looked good in that, don't get me wrong, but he looked smaller. The way Tony looked in the Pettis fight, he looked a little scrawnier. I think when Tony fought RDA, when he fought Kevin Lee, that was like, in my opinion, prime Tony. Like a perfect combination of like the biggest he ever was, but also like, of course, the great cardio, the toughness, granite chin, and nonstop pressure, deadly kicks, elbows. Tony's overrated. I mean, his fights weren't pretty. I think the reason why people say that is because he didn't have like a pretty fight style, and they did take a lot of damage. But I don't think he's that overrated. I think Tony in his prime is a top 5 lightweight ever. He's behind Habib. He's behind Charles. He's behind Islam. I'd put him above. I'd put him above Dustin. He's done more than Dustin, in my opinion. Yeah, he took a shot to give one, exactly. Tony beat Washed Bums, RDA, Edson Barboza. When he beat Kevin Lee was actually good. When he beat, what's his name, Pettis was decent at the time as well, right? They overrate Tony for their hatred for Habib. Well, dude, if you think that Tony would have gotten completely smothered and destroyed in 2017, I disagree. I think Habib would have beat him. I don't think he would have gotten completely made to look like a fool unless he had fought Habib in like 2019, right? 2020. Yeah, I do think Habib would destroy him. But just because he wouldn't have beaten Habib doesn't mean he's not great. Habib is like literally one of the best fighters ever. Tony is up there with the best lightweights of all time. Habib's a top 10 fighter ever. Right? I think Habib would have, I think Habib would have beat him, but I think he would have gotten cut. I don't think he would have been able to completely subdue a prime Tony on the ground. I don't think so. Tony in his prime, like 2017 Tony, was not as weak as the Tony you're thinking of, right? He was weaker in the Pettis fight. That's what I'm saying. I feel like his prime was 2016, 2017. Yes, he would definitely beat John Jones if he doesn't, forget his little sheet of paper. 100%. You let him bring out his little pencil and paper. Yeah, I mean, he knows exactly what to do. He knows how to remind himself of all of his skills, individual skill sets. There's probably something written down there that says Jones, if you take his individual skill sets aren't that good, that'll give him a big boost of confidence. But it's still a good fight, still a good scrap. I don't think Anthony Smith's delusional enough to think that, it would be an easy fight, but he knows he could win it. I mean, it's on paper at least. He should win it in every area. He's a better jiu-jitsu guy, he's a better boxer. Just pure boxing, right? Anthony gets it done. But, Jones also has the chance to really just pair it all together and not fight in individual skill sets. Ottman Azaitar versus Prado. Here we go. Let's see if old man Ottman and his potato sack is out to play. Let's see. Or can the can the South American Drew Dober get it done? He's got a Drew Dober build and a Drew Dober look-alike. And Ottman Azaitar, can he stuff the takedown? Dude, Ottman looks so much weaker and older than he did when he was actually in his heyday. But we'll see. He's not that old. But dude, he looks old as hell. He looks like Ali Abdelaziz. Look at his hairline receding. Let's see if he can get it done, though. He's got a shitload of power in his hands, but I don't know. Good leg kick, but I feel like that was right on the shin of Prado. Good body shot from Ottman. On paper, Smith wins 95 out of 100 times. Yeah, I mean, he's not. Smith would say, dude, I'm not delusional to think I would, beat John Jones 100 out of 100 times, but 9 out of 10 times, you give me that piece of paper, I mean, I'm taking him out. Jiu-jitsu, I'm better than John Jones at jiu-jitsu. I'm taking him out 9 out of 10 times. I mean, I'm not crazy. I'm not saying I beat him 100 out of 100, but you give me 90% of the chance, I don't slip on a banana peel. On paper, I should beat him. Good front kick for Ottman Azaitar. Beating Kevin and Lee. Dude, Kevin Lee in his prime was actually decent, bro. I know it seems like not a great win at this point, but it actually was decent. He beat a prime Edson too. Tony and Kevin Lee did. Both of them beat prime Edson. Good shots from Azaitar. Oh, Ottman took a big shot there, but Prado doesn't have tons of power in his hands. Good elbow from both of them. Oh, he hurt Ottman there with an elbow. They both traded elbows. I'm telling you, bro. Prado's got the same head as Drew Dober. Maybe not the same chin and jaw, but he's got... Dude, look at his fucking jaw, too. Good spinning elbow from Prado. Dude, doesn't he got the same head as Drew Dober from the back? Look at that. Look at that angle right there. Am I the only one seeing that? He looks like Drew Dober. South American Drew Dober. Good body shot from Ottman Azaitar. And look at this dude just chucking in elbows, running in, chucking elbows. Step in elbow from Ottman misses. What's up? What's up? Where is Gregor? He's teased a comeback. Actually, he posted something on social media within the past few weeks teasing a comeback, but I don't know. He's 36. He's wasted his... Oh! Spinning elbow drops Ottman Azaitar. Oh, dude, he's going to get finished. Dude, Ottman's just not got it anymore, man. He looks older and weaker than ever. He's going to get finished. He's going to get finished. He's going to get finished with hammer fists. Oh, dude, he's going to get finished here. Prado's going to beat his ass. He's out. He's going to get a... Oh, yeah. Wow. Prado is a beast. See, the card is shaping up to be good. We had the Iron Turtle and now Prado destroying Ottman Azaitar. I picked this dude. I picked him to win, right? Who did wait, Crusoe, did I pick this motherfucker? I forgot who I picked here, guys. I'm trying to remember now because I didn't really go into depth about this matchup. Debating the stoppage. Shut the fuck up. Debating the stoppage. Look at that spinning elbow. Debating the stoppage. Yeah, dude. Remember he fucking United? This guy snuck in a bag of potatoes into Fight Island. Ottman off the sauce. That's what it is. No sauce Ottman. Not so impressive. The new Drew Dober, South American Drew Dober, yeah. Yeah, literally, right? South American Drew Dober, this guy's a beast. Couple of good prospects, guys. I wouldn't call Iron Turtle a prospect. Lucas, who was it that you said looked like Joe from Mafia 2? Connor. Conor McGregor in 2000 this year, he looks like Joe Barbaro with his nose has gotten twice as big. And he's got this big bloated face. He looks like Joe Barbaro. Maybe Connor's gotten some shit done to his face, but yeah, he puffed up big time up there. Now he looks like this video game character. Have you actually played Mafia? Yes, dude, I freaking love that game. Are you kidding me? I used to play that game back in the day. That was like one of my favorite video games. When was I playing it? At the end of middle school. Yeah, I was playing that game in like 2012, 2013, 2012. Amazing video game. That's got to be top 5 video games all time for me. I would say that Far Cry. I don't remember which Far Cry it was, but it was the beach one. You guys know the one that I'm talking about? The crazy guy on the beach with the cut in his eye. I don't know if that's Far Cry 2 or Far Cry 3. You had a PS2? No, I had an Xbox. Far Cry 3. Okay, yeah. So I'd say the best video games of all time, in my opinion. No order. Red Dead Redemption, GTA 5, Mafia 2, Far Cry 3. I'm trying to figure out whether it's I'm going to do one Call of Duty, but I'm trying to think of the best one for not only. I'll say Black Ops 2, because my favorite Call of Duty for just the multiplayer was MW3. That was my first Call of Duty that I really got into, MW3. Black Ops was probably the best campaign, but Black Ops 2 had the best of both worlds. Really good campaign and amazing multiplayer. Black Ops multiplayer, the original, was amazing too. I just wasn't playing it while it was popular. MW3 Infected was elite, dude. Yes, I agree. Amazing. MW3 Infected. Oh, that was so dope. I love that. But yeah, I would say those are my top 5 video games ever. Minecraft, I actually did play Minecraft. Minecraft was fun. I played that like 5th grade, 6th grade. I think I may have played a little bit in 6th grade too. Minecraft was fun. World at War right now as we speak. Jesus, I have not or is this the World at War from like what, 2009, or are you talking about some other World at War? COD 4 Modern Warfare was good. Oh, this is the old 2007, I mean. I've played that game. I liked World at War. It was all right. But actually really underrated campaign was COD 4 Modern Warfare. The first Modern Warfare. How old am I? I am 23 years old. So back when I was in my heyday, dude, playing Call of Duty, I was like 12 when I was like peaking in COD, 12, 13. World at War campaign is gruesome. It is. The whole chat cooks Lucas on UFC 4 now. Oh yeah, I'll have to put UFC up there, but I'm thinking about nostalgic video games, right? UFC is still a great game. That's the only one I'll play now, but yeah, I miss the old days playing COD. Even 2020, that was the last decent COD, the Modern Warfare. But here we go, Jack Della Maddalena up next. Club. I played Club Penguin too when I was in elementary. I played Club Penguin. I was all over that shit. Did you ever play Gears of War? I've never played Gears of War. No, never tried it. I tried Halo once too, guys. I didn't like it. Warzone was solid. Warzone was all right, but I felt like it was a little bit. It was okay. It was all right. It was all right. Never really got that into it though. Tekken, Mortal Kombat. I've never gotten into that stuff. No, I never got into it. I like UFC games, but never got into Mortal Kombat. No. Your gaming takes are worse than MMA, dude. Because I was a certain kind of gamer. It's like if you're into like Mortal Kombat and all these other games, you're probably not going to be into the same games as me. I liked a good old campaign game, all right? Or a good old FPS. UFC Undisputed 3 was fire. UFC Undisputed 3. I love that game. Story driving single players then. Story driven single player. I mean, some of them, yeah, but for the most part, I mean, would you yeah, I mean, if you're gonna count like Far Cry 3 as a single story driven single player, then yes, that's definitely one of them. Um, Mafia 2. Yeah. You know Robert Whitaker is in Skyrim? I've heard. Yeah, I know. I've heard that. I've looked it up too. Dude, I dead ass remember grinding BO2 in the summer online and then staying up till like 1 a.m., 1 to 2 a.m. trolling. Ah, fuck. I miss those days. You're going to make me sad and nostalgic, brother. Damn it. I remember staying up late, summer break, playing zombies with my friends as well. Ah, the good days, man. The good days. Having a ham sandwich for lunch, ham and cheese. I remember boosting in MW3. Remember when they made the solo or the 2v2 mode or the 1v1 mode on MW3? I would boost. You know, where you take the tactical insertion. I would do that to level up, bro. Just me and my friend, we would be boosting in the 1v1 like all day just to get gold guns and all this. Ah, man, I miss those times. I miss those days. And then going and spawn trapping. If you guys played MW3, played Call of Duty back in the day, then you know spawn trapping. I don't even know if that's still a thing, if people like to spawn trap, but I remember getting a group of guys together to play Ground War 9v9. We'd be running the spawn trap as well. You know, I'd be running in the mix. And sometimes I would sit back. Sometimes I would sit back with support. You know, I'd be helping someone else out, but sometimes I'd be that guy in the middle. My favorite map was Interchange. Interchange on MW3 was perfect for spawn trapping. Perfect for running assault as well. This man was boosting. Same, bro. Yeah, dude, I was boosting back in the day too with the tactical insertions. Lucas, did you play Mafia 3? I did not play Mafia 3. No, I played MW2. Never played Mafia 3. And I know they made a Mafia 4 as well. Wasn't Mafia 3 like in New Orleans? I never played it, no. But I was all over Mafia 2. I love that game. Amazing game. Do you still play games? I just don't have the same time, bro. But I'll tell you this, when GTA 6 comes out, I'm probably just gonna shut down for a couple of weeks. I hope it comes out in the winter so that I don't feel bad about getting a little bit fat. But what I'll do when GTA 6 comes out, even if I have this channel, I'm just gonna only chill for a few weeks and play that. They remastered the first Mafia game. I know, I've heard that too. But the only game I play now is every once in a while I'll pop on UFC 4, go online. You already know the deal. I play Volk. I've already mastered Volk. Go to war with a couple of guys. That's it. I'll play it for like, max 30 minutes. You should have live streaming while gaming. I'd love to do that. I need to get a capture card. I'm happy this one of my members, just a rat's not in here. You would get on me right now, but I'm getting a capture card, guys. That's something that I'm gonna do to level up this channel because I really believe that if I can play UFC 4 with good stream quality and good Wi-Fi. Oh, wait a second. I forgot. I have my Ethernet cable that arrived downstairs. I got to go downstairs and pick it up. But I got to get my Ethernet cable now that I'll have better Wi-Fi for sure. I'd love to play UFC 4 versus some of you guys. I feel like that'd be really good for the channel. So I got the Ethernet cable, Ethernet cable, and we'll be ready to go. Yeah, stream UFC 5. When UFC 5 comes out, I will 100% be streaming that with you guys for sure. And I'll be playing against my subscribers. Ethernet, whatever you call it, bro. I don't fucking know. I don't have one of them. Ethernet. I mean, I'm definitely butchering this. Bro, you're saying, okay, then tell me how to pronounce that shit. Super excited for UFC 5. Bro, I've never gotten one of them. I've never needed one. So how old were you when you started watching fights? I was 17, but the first fight that I watched in the UFC, first of all, I started watching fights when I was younger than that. Like I remember watching all of Floyd Mayweather's fights, right? In like the early 2010s. But the first UFC fight that I ever watched and like got excited for was Jones versus Cormier 1. But I really started watching like, all the cards in 2017. You start gaming soon? Ethernet. Yeah, Ethernet. UFC games aren't on PC. I don't care, bro. I'm not a big PC dude. I just like the good old fashioned Xbox, bro. I'm ready to rock. Who you got for Gagey versus Poirier? I'm picking Gage, guys. I'm picking Gagey. But I'm not that's not a conclusion. That's not a foregone conclusion. I'm gonna do tape study this week. I might change my pick, but I don't mind picking Gagey. I think he's a lot better than he was when he fought Poirier the first time. And I think that Poirier's improved, but Poirier's looked a little bit underwhelming in his last fight against Chandler. He looked great against Charles, by the way. Even though he lost that fight, he still looked good early on. We'll see. We'll see. I think patient Gagey is going to get out there. And the only reason why Poirier had a war with Charles in the first round is because Charles put it on him. But I don't know. I kind of like Gagey's chances in a patient fight. And I don't think it's going to be a war from the get go. I think they're both going to take it easy and feel each other out early on. No IQ Gagey. He does have an IQ, though. I feel like people underrate his IQ. BMF belt is corny. Yeah, very corny. Honestly, I wish the UFC would just do the Pereira and Jan Blachowicz 3-round main event over Gagey and that shitty BMF belt. But I still like Gagey. I like Gagey more than Poirier. I used to hate Gagey. Not hate him, but I used to dislike him because he would always bitch, and shit on fighters and act like he was not about trash talk when he trash talk a lot. But it was all like dark trash talk. Like he didn't do it for fun either. Poirier, though, Gagey's won me over. Gagey's gotten more humble, and he's chilled out a little bit. Poirier's, though, is just such a sore winner. I hope Gagey wins. Yeah, but Gagey's not as salty as Dustin. What did Poirier do? Look at how he acts after all of his fights. The guy acts like a total dick. And Poirier just rubs me the wrong way. Like every time I hear him talk, he just seems like he's pissed off. You get that same vibe? Like he just is always in a bad mood. Like he's always got this like fuck you attitude to everyone. And look at what he said to Dan Hooker after their fight. He had a war with Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker was like on the verge of like passing out after that fight. And he's like clapping, saying, "Yeah, good shit, Dan." He gets in his face and says, "Oh, you want to fight Gagey next? You want to fight Gagey next? Yeah, not gonna happen. You want to fight Gagey next?" Right? Just shitting all over him, making him feel terrible. Did the same thing with Chandler. You know what I mean? I loved when Connor was, trash talking him with a broken leg, but Poirier's okay. He's got an amazing fight style. I love Poirier's fight style. There's nothing to really root for him personality wise. Okay. Yes, he does charity work. Good for him. Like, God bless him. He's got some really good qualities about him. But Gagey seems like I just would rather Gagey win. Because I didn't like Gagey back in the day either, but I feel like he won me over in the Fiziev buildup. He was much more tolerable. He was really respectful to Fiziev. And Gagey's not a sore loser or a sore winner. I'm sorry, sore winner. Gagey's not a sore winner. Dustin is. If Dustin wins, you can be sure that he's gonna get in Gagey's face and spit on him or some shit like that. Dustin's got the red panty night twice. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He might not be as hungry as he was back in the day. Whereas Gagey has never had a red panty night. Like Gagey's gotten his title shots. Dude, Dustin's fought for the belt twice. Wait, twice. No, he's fought for the belt 3 times. If you're going to take Max Holloway's interim title fight into account and Connor twice, that's 5 huge fights for Dustin. Gagey has only had 2 really big fights. Oh, 3. Tony, if you're going to count that. Tony, Habib, and then, of course, Charles. And Chandler, but that wasn't the same payday, I bet. Yeah, he won the interim belt too. Dustin's had 5 big fights, though. So I don't know if he's as hungry. And AG looked so much better against Chandler than Dustin. Dustin won and he finished him, but Gagey had a much cleaner performance. Like Dustin Poirier arguably lost the first 2 rounds against Chandler. He definitely lost the second. Gagey didn't lose a single round against Chandler. Actually, maybe Chandler won the first round. Maybe. But Poirier got smoked for the majority of the first round and ended it off with a good 30 seconds. Chandler round 1 is a killer. Yeah, nobody makes Chandler look easy in the first round. Tony dropped Chandler in the first round, but Chandler took Tony down after that and beat him up pretty badly. But yeah, Chandler in the first round. This is why I picked Chandler to beat Connor. No one really beats Chandler up in the first round. They usually get him later on in the fight if they are going to beat him. Connor is not a guy that builds at this point. Connor quits, dude. Connor's not better as the fight goes on. Connor's chance is the first round. After that, it's like, yeah, Chandler's IQ is pretty terrible, but I think that Connor's toughness is worse than Chandler's IQ. That's how I view it. You know what I mean? At this point, Connor's will to win, his will to get gritty in the later rounds is, can we get this fight going? What the heck's going on? I just realized we're still watching commercials. What is going on here? Can we get JDM to fight this guy? What's the deal? What's the holdup? Gaethje is going to win. Chandler honestly should have beat Poirier if he wasn't. I know, dude. He could have just. It was all that slam, dude. He went for this like super flashy over the head slam. He gassed himself out doing that. He put himself in a bad position. He could have just taken Dustin down and just stayed on top of him with a regular takedown, bro. And I picked him to win. I picked Chandler to beat Dustin, guys. He was on his way to doing it too. Fuck. Terrible IQ from trying to be impressive, bro. So silly. But here we go, guys. JDM. Dude, they have like the opposite facial features. Basil Hafez. Interesting name, Basil. That's like a name straight out of, what's that movie about like the male models, the comedy? Zoolander. Oh, all the stupid male models, bro. Basil's like a fucking name straight out of that movie, bro. Zoolander. Basil. Basil Hafez. That's the most Swedish name I've ever heard in my life. Even though he's American. Basil Hafez versus Jack Della Maddalena. Jack Della Maddalena is a interesting name. I don't even know what the roots of that would be. That's a very English style of name. Australian, obviously, but that doesn't have any other root to me than England. I think he's Arabic. Basil Hafez. He might be. Yeah, I mean, it obviously could, but I know it could be Arabic, but at the same time, that shit sounds so Swedish. Basil Hafez. Stasvis. His name flows off the tongue, yeah. Who, Jack or Basil's? Jack de la Maddalena's got an interesting name too. I wonder what the origin of that is. Again, it's got to be like England way back in the day. English. Jack Della Maddalena, that ain't like Dutch or anything like that. That's not like, I can't think of another country aside from like, again, English roots. What time are you at? It hasn't started yet. It's about to start. Jack Della Maddalena is in the camera right now. And the referee, Mark Smith, is about, okay, fight's on. Round 1, 457, 456. And Basil tries to take JDM down. Really good. And he takes him down. Oh, he's going to slam him. Oh, shit. 450, 449, 448. Basil slammed JDM. JDM's got him in a choke. Basil is in side control, but JDM's got him in a guillotine. Really good performance. I mean, performance, my bad. Good start to the fight. You don't even know how the performance is going to shape out, but JDM getting tested already. This is good to see. See if he can get up to his feet. Dude, imagine if JDM gets submitted. Basil is going to try to grapple him, which is his smartest approach. Really good approach from him early on. We'll see. He's got JDM on his back. And JDM is giving up his back. Basil, now they're on the feet. JDM up against the fence. Oh, good. Beautiful trip. And JDM has the whizzer. JDM tripped him on the ground, but now Basil's trying to take the back. Dude, if Basil beats him, that's going to be insane. But look, he's expending a ton of energy here. Bro, Sean Brady may have been able to do this shit. We'll see. We'll see. And they're up against the fence. Bassel's got a body lock. Jack Della Maddalena trying to, okay, post up against the fence. He's got the underhooks. They're going to the body. And now they're on the feet. Okay, let's see what Jack Della Maddalena can do. 3 minutes and 10 seconds, 3 minutes and 9 seconds, and 8 seconds and 7 seconds on the clock. 3 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. JDM whiffs a head kick, just missed. Ooh. Ooh, he cracked Bassel. And now Bassel's going for a single leg and he's got JDM down. Dude, JDM's easy to take down. And now Bassel's in side control. Damn, dude. JDM is getting taken down like he's a little piece of paper. He is getting taken down pretty easily. Bassel is a big, strong guy, but I don't know, man. Not a great sign. He is definitely kind of just big brothering JDM down here a little bit. Great start to the fight, but JDM just not able to sprawl. Is JDM losing? Yeah, he's losing this fight. He's been getting out grappled. He's landed one good shot, but that's it. And he's getting back up to his feet. All right, getting back up to his feet is a good sign. See if he can. I think he's going to KO Bassel in the first round, though. So we'll see. 1 minute and 56 seconds on the clock. 155. JDM pressuring Bassel up against the fence. Ooh, he got him with a good right hand. And Bassel swinging with big shots, too. JDM's pressuring him against the fence. And is he going to get taken down? Bassel's low on a double leg. The longest UFC fight for JDM. And Hafez is just really going at him. Clinching with JDM up against the fence. I don't know, guys. Hafez looks like a big welterweight right here. JDM does not look that big. I think he looks a little depleted. Maybe that's it. He's cut weight twice already. 2 weeks in a row. He looks a little small compared to Hafez. See, JDM's trying to pressure him up against the fence. Oh, good body shots from JDM. JDM was able to take a couple of big shots there too, but there's not a lot of sting at the end of these shots. And JDM is on his back again. Bassel's inside. Oh, okay. I think he's in half guard. Damn. I don't know who won that round. Hafez done nothing with the grappling. JDM's landed some good shots. I go Hafez. I mean, like, you kind of have to go with him. I mean, he's landed a couple of decent shots on JDM too. Wow, JDM just lost the first round to this guy. All right, well, one thing that I'm going to say is JDM, Jack Della Maddalena, looked small. He did look small. He does look small. Oh, he's going for a head and arm triangle. Nah, JDM's not going to tap to this. And Bassel wins the first round. Interesting. JDM looks very depleted, guys. This is the second week in a row he's been cutting weight, but he lost that round. And he doesn't have that much sting at the end of these shots. This is not a good sign. He's getting taken down very easily by this guy. Now, to be fair, this guy could be like a sick grappler, low key. We just don't know it yet, but not a good sign right now for JDM. Not a good sign. Getting taken down this easily. But we don't know. Actually, wait a second. He was preparing for Sean Brady. JDM was preparing for Sean Brady. He should have been ready for these takedowns by now. He just went through a whole training camp preparing for a grappler. He's getting up to his feet, but he's getting taken down easily. If Hafel gas is out, he's screwed. Yeah, but he might not. Because, I mean, he's going hard for the takedowns, but once he's there, like, he's not really having to work that hard to secure JDM on the ground. We'll see. Vito is in Mafia 3. I know. He's older in Mafia 3. Here we go. JDM pressuring Hafez in the beginning of the round. And he's low on a single leg, and he gets JDM on the ground again, but JDM gets back to his feet. Oh, dude, Basil landed a good back fist there. They're out in the center of the octagon. Good body kick for Basil. Oh, I don't know, man. Dude, I feel like JDM's gonna get KO'd. I don't know why I have that feeling. Don't you guys feel that way too? JDM, I guess he's stuffing these takedowns, but he's getting hit with big shots, big back fists by Hafez. Great performance from Hafez, guys. I mean, this guy's really coming to scrap tonight. Good jab with JDM. Oh, good body shots from JDM. Oh, dude, he's landing huge shots. Both of them are landing big shots here. In the pocket, bro. They're both exchanging hooks and they're taking them well. Basil's got a good chin on him, man. Both these guys have good chins, but JDM's looking a little depleted. I can't be the only one that sees that. He looks a little bit skinnier than he would normally look. The second weight cut. But JDM's still looking good with these body shots, man. Basil's taking the power well. And he's deep on that double leg, and JDM is able to stuff it. Nice. JDM's on his feet. Sean Brady by mauling if he made it, but we don't know, man. Basil might have a sick chin. Like, this is the thing about these unknown guys. Like, what if this guy has a granite chin, and then it turns out if Brady were to eat these shots, he would have gotten KO'd? Like, we don't know. But right now, it's looking not so great for JDM against grapplers. Like, when you mix it up, clearly you can have a little bit more success. Oh, dude. JDM is trying to land big shots, but stuffing the takedown here. I like that. Landing good knees. And now JDM's starting to pick up with the takedown defense. He's getting more confident, shucking those off. Hafez looks like he's getting tired, guys, up against the fence. Good to the body, bro. Big body shots. And now Hafez is shooting a panic takedown. Ah, dude, it's really looking rough. Oh, he gets knee to the body. JDM is looking like he's coming on strong, guys. I think he's going to finish him if he keeps putting on this kind of pressure. But Hafez, I got to respect him, dude. Massive respect for him for coming out looking like this. Shooting a takedown. Hafez really trying to impose his will, not working out so well. No, what are you doing? No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Jack Della Maddalena just went for a submission, dude. What a fool. He went for a guillotine on this guy. What a fool. Jack Della Maddalena just pulled himself on bottom like a fucking idiot. What are you doing? What a fool, man. Imagine if he gets submitted with a head and arm. JDM, stop doing the guillotine. I know, dude. It's so weird. Fucking hell. He just pulled himself on bottom with that, too. What a fool. But he's getting up to his feet. I don't know, dude, but Hafez might mount him. There's still a minute on the clock. Oh, what a fool, man. He can't be doing that. And he's going for a Kimura. Nah, dude. He's going for a head and arm, bro. This is not good for JDM. I don't know. Hafez is not up 2 rounds. Not doing anything with this. Jack Della Maddalena still wins this round. Low IQ JDM. Very low IQ. Very low IQ. Very low IQ. And he's elbowing it. I mean, he's hitting him with his shoulder. Yeah, JDM's not good on the ground. Jesus. Very disappointing. And I would give that round to JDM. It's 1-1 in my opinion. I'd say it's 1-1. JDM won that round. JDM pulling a guillotine. What a fool. I'm honestly, guys, I think that he is getting exposed here. He was preparing for Sean Brady, and he's not ready for Hoffel, bro. This is crazy. Now, to be fair, it looks like he was maybe able to get a finish in that round. Then he just pulls a guillotine like a fool. So JDM is like, just screwing himself over. And he looks small too, doesn't he? Doesn't he look small as well? Looks so depleted compared to this guy Hoffel. Fucking whatever his name is, Hansel and Gretel, guys, is looking really good against Jack Della Maddalena. JDM won that round though, 1-1 in my opinion. First round was close, but I'd say it's 1-1 right now. Is he a fraud? I don't know. This could just be a one-off, guys, but this Hansel and Gretel guy might actually be pretty decent, though. He might have a great chin. He might just be really big and strong and an underrated grappler. But look at him. He's trading them big hooks. Oh, JDM lands a good hook right there. He's countering with big shots, but Haffa's got a great chin. And JDM stuffs the takedown exactly how he should stuff a takedown. Don't ever go for a guillotine again. What a fool. Dude, JDM might lose this shit if he doesn't destroy him in this round, because that second round was still close. But I think it's 1-1 right now. But much better fight than I expected, that's for sure. And we're learning a lot about JDM. His grappling is pretty weak. I don't think Sean Brady would have finished JDM, by the way. I don't think Sean Brady is that great of a finisher. But if he were to take him down, it's looking like he would have had some success. And Hafez is low on a double leg. Not great, guys. JDM's got to get the knee ready for the double legs. He should try to throw a knee up the middle, right? Or an uppercut, something like that. And he's stuffing the takedown. JDM's doing well with the takedown defense, guys. He's actually getting better as the fight goes on. Look at this. But he needs to let his hands go. There we go. JDM coming on strong. But he just doesn't look to have that much power in his hands in this fight. It's either that Hafez is not, Hafez is tough as nails, or JDM's power is diminished a little bit because of the weight cut. Because people have not been able to eat these shots as well. I don't know. I don't think JDM's going to finish this guy, guys. Oh, dude, he just clipped him with a big hook, and he hurt Hafez. You heard him. JDM's coming on strong, stuffing the takedown. Good body shots for JDM. Ripping to the body up against the fence. And he's deciding to clinch with him, bro. There you go. JDM is expecting the takedown. He's just trying to counter. Hafez now. Dude, now he's fighting smart. Big knee up the middle. Good body shots for JDM. Good body shots. Mixing it up big time. He's going to knock this guy out. JDM is stuffing the takedown again. Nice. Stuff the takedown. This is going to be a fight in which, a lot of people change their perception of JDM, but one thing's for sure. This guy has a decent gas tank. He's tough as nails. He's able to fight through adversity. So that's a good sign, at least. That at least is a good sign, but he's going to the body. JDM is going to, I think he's going to KO him, guys. I think he's going to knock him out. He's out on his feet. He's out on his feet. Hansel and Gretel is out on his feet. Oh, dude, he's done. Dude, look at, he's so tired. Hafez is so tired. He looks like Abu Smagomedov. Oh, dude, he's about to go down. He's getting his ass kicked now. JDM's going to win this fight. He's going to go for the sub. No, JDM, just get him, but get back up to your feet. Flatten him out. Flatten him out. Flatten him out. JDM might choke him. JDM just shouldn't have fucking went down to the ground. He was about to finish him on the feet. He's turning into Abus, literally, right? Oh no, JDM's on bottom. He's gonna pull. He's pulling himself on bottom. What a fool. No, it can't win him the fight, you idiot, Dominic Cruz. It can win him the fight right here. Shut your ass up, Dominic. It's not going to win him the fight just by getting top control. Fucking idiot. JDM's got an armbar. Dude, JDM should never offensively grapple ever. All right. Jack Della Maddalena almost freaking threw the fight there. All right, nice. Can JDM shoots another takedown? JDM's going to win this fight 2-1. Second and third round is his. But he freaking tried to grapple with him, man. He still had like a minute and a half left in the round. He tries to grapple with him, and he's going for Kimura again. What a fool. Oh, now he's in north-south. JDM literally had him out on his feet. Out on his feet. Low IQ JDM, dude. Low IQ JDM. Had him out on his feet, guys. I cannot believe JDM was about to finish him and then fucking tried to grapple. What are you doing? And he got put on bottom as well. The guy got put on bottom too. Pathetic. Low IQ JDM. But dude, that guy's Fizev. Fucking hell, Fizev, whatever his name is. I keep forgetting his name. Really solid chin. Hansel and Gretel. Dude. Hassel is his name. Jesus. Great chin. JDM, tough, good cardio, but terrible IQ. Kept pulling himself on bottom and giving up positions, trying to grapple when he had Hafez on his, wobbled on Crip Street. Had him out on his legs, out on his feet, and he was choosing to grapple. What a fool. How did he not knock Hafez out? I don't know. This guy's got a great chin. But hey, Jack Della Maddalena was also just looking a little bit small and drained. And if, this was a very physical fight, he could have gotten tired. And if JDM's tired, maybe he doesn't hit as hard. So that's something else we have to take into account. JDM won still? I think so. I think he won the second and third round. I swear to God, if Hafez wins, no, he didn't win. Don't spoil it. Do not spoil it, guys. I don't think Hafez is going to win this. They might give Hafez the nod. I don't see it, but I wouldn't be surprised. Bro, he can't win that fight. He got out-damaged in the second round. He had a minute of control time at the end of the second round. They can't give it the whole round to him for that reason. All right, let's look. JDM won second and third. Wow, 29-28 Hafez. Maddalena, it's going to be JDM. Jack Della Maddalena, good decision. Not a robbery. Jack Della Maddalena won that fight. People are going to be crying robbery because they're fucking fools. And they're going to just be upset with JDM. And they're going to be acting like the no name won the fight to try to sound like they're cool and try to sound like they're more hardcore than everyone. But JDM won that fight. Round 2, round 3 was clear. Very low IQ from JDM. He should have finished that fight. But yeah, definitely not a Hafez win. Rounds 2 and 3 were JDM's, 100%. It's not a robbery. It's not a robbery. Just because Hafez did better than you expected, he did nothing with the takedown in the second round. He got beat up on the feet in the second round, landed a takedown, did literally nothing with it. Third round, literally almost got knocked out, was out on his feet, rocked. Took JDM or tried to take JDM down. JDM accepted to grapple with him. He got in a good position, had a good position for 30 seconds. That was it. So yeah, JDM's grappling needs work. His power, I think the reason why it wasn't so crazy in this fight was because this is the second week in a row that he's cut weight. And on top of that, very physical fight. If you put this man in a physical fight, he's not just going to KO you with any old shot. But very low IQ, choosing to grapple on all of these occasions. When he had Hafez out on his feet, almost knocked out, he was just like, oh, let me go for the ground and pound. Like, even when this guy has an opportunity to get a good position, he fumbles it. That's how pathetic it is. He was fumbling, having this guy's back taken and flattening him out, and he fumbled that position. JDM should never offensively grapple because his takedown defense actually looked good in this fight. It was just when he was accepting the grappling, he looked like a fool, man. He literally could have knocked this guy out in the third round. He could have knocked him out with the way that he was picking up steam, had him out on his feet, looked like he was stuffing all the takedowns easily. He could have knocked him out and then just wanted to go to the ground and ground and pound him, submit him. JDM's grappling is not very good, but good win from JDM. Um, I'm not going to call him a fraud, guys. I'm not going to call him a fraud. Good win from him. Good win from him, but he just has a very poor IQ when it comes to grappling. His grappling is obviously an issue. Any striker that he fights, any pure striker is going to have issues with him, but yeah, good win for JDM. Will Hafez stay in the UFC? Oh, 100%. They're not gonna allow a guy stepping in on short notice. They'll reward him. They always reward guys that step in on short notice. And with the performance that he just put up against Della Maddalena, yeah, he'll definitely stay in the UFC. JDM's overrated. Yeah, dude, the grappling of, well, to be fair, man, he stuffed a lot of those takedowns. Let's be honest. As the fight was progressing, the harder, let's just get this out of the way. The harder that fight got for him, the better his takedown defense looked. Okay, so that's something to say. But yeah, his grappling is definitely a hole in his game, and his IQ too. His IQ is definitely an issue. He's kicking it with you, not watching the Holly Holm fight. Takedown plus control DDP on the ground with dominant position is better than laying there. Exactly, dude. It's like you got to do something with the takedowns. But guys, I'm out of here. I'm not going to watch the main event. I'm out, guys. I can't watch this, dude. I can't stay up for another 5 rounds for a decision. So I'm out, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. No, it's not that, guys. It's not that, guys. I genuinely like want to go to bed, okay? Okay, like come on, dude. I need to go to sleep. I want to get a good night of sleep. So I'm a bounce. I'm a bounce. Guys, I'm out. I'm out.